Hello everyone, and welcome to Session 1 of Realm of Shades Hyrule, Shadows of the Light Realm, a D&D 5th edition campaign based on the Legend of Zelda franchise by Nintendo. My name is Ryan, otherwise known as Shade, and I will be your gracious Dungeon Master for the duration of this campaign. Alrighty, to start off, how about we introduce our players? And who they're playing. Starting with the returning players, we have Silver!
Hi, I'm Silver Dark XC. I'm currently playing Hyle, a Hylian monk at the moment.
Alrighty. Snack?
I'm Snack, also known as Tropic Storm 027 on Twitch. I don't stream anything, so that doesn't really matter. I'm playing. One second, I need to find the full name.
You gotta get the full name,
Oh
man.
dear. Oh, he's doing it.
I'm
Right.
doing the full name.
You don't need to do
I'm
the full
playing
name.
Lynn the Arc Morant, Tyru Socialp III, the Marquis de Corentombra, a Twilly Artificer.
In
Oh,
French,
boy.
they would only say the first and second name. Writing it, though, you'd write the full thing.
We just call him Lin for short. Alright.
Yeah.
Next we have Zombie, who just resubscribed and hit me with the one-winged angel.
Hello, I'm Zombie, aka Zombie Sorcerer 21 on Twitch, and I'm playing Roscoe. He's a human rogue.
Yep.
Oh, he fell into.
I thought emotes were a thing.
Shh. Well. Bleh. Next we have Christian.
Hello, I am Christian. I will be playing the Warforged Barbarian Eon.
Okay. And we also have a newcomer, the wonderful Kohai.
I wouldn't say wonderful, but okay. Yo, I'm
You're
Kohai.
wonderful,
I'm playing.
Kohai.
Shush. I'm playing Toby. He's a level 3 paladin. He's a Hylian.
Alright,
Nailed
sorry. Garbo will be joining us soon. He's currently on his way back from work, I think. Anyway,
Who knows, man?
a few quick notes before we begin. This is a completely homebrew setting, so the races, locations, monsters, etc. Have been created specifically for this campaign. There may be occurrences of pre-existing content, but beyond the races and beyond the classes and stuff, it's all homebrew. Along with that, several of the house rules are in play. They will become apparent as time goes on. The players know or should know what they are. They're available to them anyway. And although not all the character art is done yet, I would like to personally thank Sid for this wonderful art we have here on the title screen. More to come. And you can find her at twitch.tv/sourflower. With that out of the way,
Heckin'
let's get right
flanking getting changed.
into it. Get wrecked.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, right.
No, oops, all flanking.
Alright.
I mean, we can still we can still do oops all flanking. It's just not
Snack.
as fun. I'm sorry.
Alrighty. So, I do not have a map before you. You do have access to the Hyrule map. It's not really necessary for you to have it up. So,
Is that tables or images?
images. Why would it mean
Hmm.
tables?
I don't.
What table would it be?
Okay.
Alrighty. So we begin on a day like any other on the southeastern end of Hyrule. The day is bright in the mid-afternoon, and the weather is warm and perfectly humid, though a cool wind blows from the tides of the Great Sea. The village of Port Farron is bustling with life. Fishermen wander to the docks to get on the waters. Young children play in the streets and weave between houses in their games, and shoppers haggle with merchants in the market. All the while, a small caravan of traders, made up of 10 carts in all, travel toward the village just days from the Rudon Pass. On it carries a small group of strangers, yet to properly acquaint. all of whom carry a letter bearing the symbol of the royal family. A lone mercenary rides the front cart, while a hopeful folk hero rides the back. In the middle rides a tinkerer with a strange helmet next to a man made of metal. At the same time, a disheveled survivor works with the docks. On the docks, whatever. These 6 hold the same goal, or 5. The 6th one is somewhere. We'll find out.
Who knows, man?
As described to them in a letter reading the following. To the holder of this letter. By royal decree of King Phoebus Cerelius Hyrule, first of his name, by witness of the royal treasurer and first advisor, Jorolf of House Cardiger under Prime House Balbanus, and by the sealing of the court wizard Agras, you and a band of 5 other adventurers are hereby requested to make a departure from Port Faron to the east of the Faron province for an expedition to Heteno Island by the 13th of Sar. While on the island, you are to investigate rumors involving an ancient temple which was said to be built into Mount Heteno. This temple is believed to house an artifact of interest to the Hyrulean royal family, though its size and nature are unknown. If this temple exists, you and your party will explore it and retrieve the artifact mentioned above. You are not constrained by time throughout the investigation and exploration of the island. The reward for doing so includes the total sum of 15,000 rupees to each member of the accompanying party. You may also keep any items, tools, and equipment found within the temple other than the artifact. This payment will only be given upon retrieval and submission of the artifact. Alternative means of payment up to the value of the stated sum may also be negotiated. Simple expenses, including your lodging, food, and ship fare, are to be paid for by the grace of the Royal Bank of Hyrule. Passage to the island will be fulfilled by the SS Ciela, under the command of Captain Clifford Linebeck VII, a trusted member of the Seafarers and ally of the Hyrulean Crown. Additionally, other useful information about the island and your mission is held by the captain. A response to this message is not required. Your arrival to Port Faron on the specified date will be proof enough of your compliance. Signed, Jorolf B. Cardiger. P.S. Be mindful of the fair captain. He is a good man at heart, but he would at best be described as a brigand by most other nobles. Try your best not to cross him. With these words ingrained in their minds, the question remains, where will this new adventure lead them? And what awaits this group upon Heteno Island? Alrighty. So.
TPK.
That's not till Lionel, don't worry.
That's not a
Yeah, man.
Lionel.
Yeah, man. To the northeast, the caravan arrives at the ports. The port town itself is made up of 3 different sections. Let me just grab notes real quick. You note specifically a distinction between a residential, a shopping, and both districts, and the docks at the edge of the bay. The dogs are going loud.
The dogs at the docks.
Yeah.
Ye salty dogs.
Ye salty dog.
Oh, you see, salty. Oh my goodness.
Oh jeez.
Yar.
Okay. So Johann, the jolly old Hylian merchant, he stops the caravan. It's a bit of a rough stop. Some of the other drivers of carts are not paying attention exactly. Eon and Lynn, you note that there's a sudden stop to your cart as your cart driver seems to snap awake.
We must have arrived.
Not a good stop.
Very abrupt. Probably. Johan was his name, right?
Yes.
Johan must have done a quick stop again.
He seems to like those. I don't think anyone else does.
I do.
I do.
All right. Johan, laying down the reins to the horse leading his cart, turns around, looks to you, Hyle. Say,
Mhm.
well, this is our stop.
Is it? Well, it's a good ride then, old man. Thanks.
Pleasure to have you.
Pleasure to be here.
We'll be.
If you ever need,
sorry.
okay. I was gonna say, if you ever need any safe passage or additional member back to Hyrule, back to Castletown or any else, feel free to call me if you see me by.
We should fare pretty well. But it was a wonderful trip. We'll be staying here a few days. Where are you off to? You never mentioned.
I'm just going out on the docks. I have to take a nice cruise ship
Oh, really?
somewhere.
How many people leave in Hyrule on ship these days?
Oh, there's a fair number. Apparently, there's set up to be a couple.
Judging by the location, you're heading to Hateno Island.
Seems like it. Not sure what's out there, but well, call for an adventurous spirit and all.
I would be wary. I've heard that Hateno has become a bit of a hive of monsters.
Oh,
Especially
monster.
undead during the night. You thought it was bad in Hyrule Field. Well, there.
Sounds interesting. You heard of any unique type of breeds of monsters out there or anything?
Nothing unique, I wouldn't say. Nothing worse than what's down south.
And that's a shame. Well, it'll be good advice to keep in mind then. Bit of monster hunting on the way wouldn't be so bad of a business. Bit lucrative to sell their parts off.
Alrighty, well.
You
If we
take
see
care
each
now.
other again, you take care as well.
And
All right.
Hyle will wave him off as he walks off to the port.
Alrighty. Lynn and Eon, what are you up to?
Hopping out. Put my stuff together.
Okie doke.
And then looking for Johan.
Eon? You were speaking, Chris? Chris? Okay. Alrighty. So, yeah. Eon, Johan, similar sounding names, is still up on the cart. Several people are loading off the carts. Most of them merchants of some kind, seemingly, around to make sail in, Port Farron.
I'm gonna go up, shake his hand.
Lynn, was it?
It was. I wanted to thank you for allowing us to tag along.
You're welcome. So,
I really,
the more the merrier.
indeed. I'm not from Hyrule, so your stories were a great way to pass the time. I actually wrote a couple of them down so I can tell people back home.
Of course. The more that hear, the happier I am.
Good. Now, have to go down to the docks. Along with Eon here. There's another going down to the docks.
Yes, a strapping young Hylian.
I wonder if we're going to the same place. Or at least maybe we'll see each other there.
Perhaps.
Okay. So as I was saying, it would vary. In the cart, would it be full of supplies, or was it just us?
In your card in particular, it was more of a general transport cart for people.
Okay.
The other carts range from different supplies, like new supplies for repairing boats, like ropes and different planks from imported from the Farron province.
Okay. Because if there was any cargo in with him, even if they said you didn't have to, he would proceed to help take the cargo out, like upon getting there.
Okay. Yeah, they will.
And
They'll happily accept your help, even for a few minutes.
yeah, like it stops. Doesn't even say a thing. He just stands up. He grabs the crate in front of him. And he walks it off, and then he sees Lynn walk away, and he gives a small wave and follows behind Lynn.
Okie doke.
Before I go, do you happen to know anything about Hateno Island?
Well, he'll relay to you what he told Hyle.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. Can't have too much. Can't know too much going anywhere.
Mm.
Knowledge is power, as they say.
How long do you expect to be on the island?
Not entirely sure. We're supposed to try and find something there. Don't know how long that'll take.
Well, perhaps I'll
But
see you again.
indeed, if it goes quickly, we may be able to hitch a ride back with you back to the castle town.
We're only here for a few days. I'm pretty sure the ride to Hateno Island takes a day in itself.
Oof. Well, keep safe, and
Aye, you as well.
may Hylia's blessing be upon you.
And to you too.
You can't
Neon.
see it. He can't see his face, but he's like going like, I hope I said that. He's like doing that. Oh God, did I fuck something up? Face. Did I say that right? Did I mess up?
When leaving, I
You're
would
good.
pat him on the shoulders, even though it looked more like I'm trying to pat him on the head, and go, make sure you eat well. I know it can be worrisome. Be safe, and then just leave.
All right. Yeah. So you're heading to the docks then?
Yep, trying to find Captain Lineback.
Understood. Toby, you're still at the back of the carts. You just saw these two very tall figures leave and talk to the head of the caravan.
Fergus,
Cool.
my mic. Oh, there it is.
There you go.
All right. I guess Toby will walk up to him to thank him.
All right. Ah,
Uh,
hello. You're
Hello.
Toby, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
You wouldn't happen to also be here to dock a ship to Hateno Island, would you?
As a matter of fact, I am.
Well, it seems we've carried a whole party here.
Were those two part of it?
Aye. Interesting types.
I'm glad to hear it.
Is there anything you wanted in particular, or?
Nope, just wanted to give you some thanks for the trip.
Well, you're welcome, and thank you for the company.
You're welcome.
Shane, would there be a fruit stall on the way to the port?
Yeah.
Okay.
The market has pretty well everything you could ask for, up to a certain extent.
Okay.
It's not really comparable to the markets back in Castletown, but
No, I'm just trying to find like some a little bit of fruit.
okay.
Enough for a person for like a day or for like 2-3 days.
Just You're basically just looking for a ration.
No, I'm trying to find. Basically, yes, but specifically fruit because I
Yeah.
read about scurvy in a book when I was in Castletown, and I want to make sure the captain doesn't get scurvy on accident.
Okay. Yeah, you find a stall that has just several simple fruits. Imported slightly old bananas. We got apples. We got even pineapples for some reason.
He'll take probably one of each.
Alrighty.
If Eon sees him, I'll see him buy something and scan and would grab at to buy any citrus space, maybe an orange or maybe a tangerine, whatever would be more commonly around this area.
Yeah, you can
Probably
find
like an
pretty
orange,
much-
an apple, and a
Yeah.
pineapple each. How much would that be?
We'll chalk it up to just 5 silver. I mean rupees. Bugger.
Five, like green rupees.
Yes. 5 R.
Okay, 5R. Okay.
Alrighty. Is that all you want to say to Johan?
Me?
Toby? Yep.
Just blessings of Helia upon you, and then give him a pat on the shoulder and leave. Also, am I pronouncing that right? It's very important I pronounce that right.
It's Hylia.
Frick.
Helia. Bless him the Heelys to you.
The Heelys, we must get away from the Feelies.
Yeah, the Paladin of Hylia pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah.
Don't you know she rides around the skies of Hyrule on Heelys?
I'd worship that.
Hey, looks like Hyrule hasn't banned those unlike everywhere else, huh? We're a free
Oh my
country,
God.
man.
Oh no,
Alright.
she's doing a sweet
But
cake.
I
You
will.
can never defeat her.
Would they stay fairly, quote unquote, fresh in my bag of holding? Within
There
reason.
is limited air. You'd have to take it out like pretty soon, maybe in an hour, or like
Or
within like
refresh,
8 hours.
refresh the air for.
Yeah, otherwise you're literally keeping it in a stale air compartment.
Yeah.
That's not good. Let me just tell you.
Okay. So give it. We'll see the captain soon, so it should be fine, right?
Should be good.
Okay.
I have to say, I
Okay.
would just put it in my bag and put it like slightly to the side.
I put it in the pocket that isn't the holding section.
Oh, jeez. I get paint on that.
Okay.
I forgot that makes a big noise, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I almost
Son
kicked you.
And then I'll probably ask for directions to the birthing, like where the to. 1 second. Boop 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 boop.
Boop, ba, doop,
To,
doop.
the Celia, to where the Celia would be birthed.
To where the what? Sorry?
Where the SS Celia would be
Ciela.
Ciela would be birthed.
Okay. Yeah. You find directions mostly to the docks. No one that you can seem to roll me investigation.
Basically, once I get to I should have rephrased. When we get to the docks, see if anyone knows where the CLA is. I'm good at investigation.
You just missed a
Unnatural
nat
20.
20.
I know, I saw it too.
Okay,
But
yeah.
it's an unnatural 20 though.
Yeah, you ask around a little bit. This one young man just looks at you, just kind of gives you a weird look, looking at this helmet you seem to be wearing. Yeah, it's the one with the blue, the Great Fairy ornament. So one of the only big ones docked, actually.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I
Welcome.
appreciate it.
So, Shade, real quick question.
What
up? Since I went to the port first, my immediate reaction, because I know other people are coming, is to actually wait around and listen for someone to ask about the Celia.
1 second. Shade, can I roll insight to see if I realize he's looking at me weird because of the mask?
Go ahead.
Just because I think it's funny.
He's not trying to hide his look.
I apologize about the mask. I don't like showing my face places, and sunlight and me don't really get along well.
Okay. Fancy, I guess. You do you. What is that?
Sorry, that was his locket. No, I'm kidding.
That's my locket.
Okay.
Armor mode engaged.
So,
Instant kill mode engaged.
oh yeah, Eon booting up. Do-do-do-do.
Welcome to Eon Weapons.
All right. So, with that investigation roll, what is your passive perception? Is just garbage, isn't it?
It is. I have to actively look for things. It's beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
goody.
But it's 10 plus proficiency plus wisdom, right?
Okay, well,
So
No,
it's about 10.
it's
I have
just
it is just
Or
10 plus
yeah,
your proficiency modifier or proficiency score, whatever. I don't know.
I thought it was 10 plus your.
It's your perception
It's your
modifier. He
Yeah.
might actually be proficient in perception.
He's not.
I doubt it, but
I'm not.
okay
So
then.
it's an 8.
I'll tell you that.
It's an 8.
Eon is, and I know it's only a 13 still, so.
So, Eon, as the two of you are walking through the market, you notice that one of the stalls, specifically like this one selling bread, and other pastries, you just see this very
Homeless.
homeless, disheveled-looking man seemingly try to haggle with the stall keeper for some of that good bread.
How's it
Listen,
go?
this was 4
I bet
rupees when I bought it originally. I swear to you, it's got to be worth at least 3. He's holding up a basket with a hole that is the entire bottom of it. It's just a basket tube now.
Beautiful.
For the last time, all sales are final.
I didn't buy this from you. I just want to trade it.
What?
I'm sure you could do something with it. Look, it looked perfect.
I don't
He
want
tried.
your basket.
You could use it to display some of the bread. Like here, just let me show you.
No, don't touch the bread. Unless you're gonna pay for it, don't touch the bread.
That's
Please.
what I'm trying to do. What about this? He pulls out a piece of string.
What are you going to
How
do
much
with
was
that?
And I walk on by.
I would walk towards.
Okay.
So the shopkeep sees this man trying to haggle and just thunk, thunk, slow.
Hold on, I've
Just-
got a customer. Oh my, what the?
And then I notice Eon's not following me, and also walk up.
I don't think he's a customer. I don't know if he can eat.
Not even to the shopkeeper. I look at the new person trying to haggle and go, do you deserve... Sorry. Do you require food?
Yes, actually.
Before saying anything, he would sling over his bag, open it, and then pull out about 2 rations and just hand them to the person, put the bag closed, and then put it back on his back.
Excellent.
Shopkeeper just
I've had a great profit today. He walks off. Immediately beelining for the boat now.
Yeah, we should probably
wasting
get
my
to the.
time.
I'm
Sorry, sir.
I don't even know what you are. He's pointing at you, yet your nearly 7-foot tall self.
He's a warforged. Is it a gentleman or a man at the stall? Or a woman or a man running the stall?
It is a just a male. Looks to be in his mid-30s. Very. His face looks a little older than what his actual age might be. He's got crow's feet. He's got very short, somewhat graying hair. Seems like he's been under a lot of stress or something.
This is Eon. He is a warforged, my good sir. Or what would they be called?
Ancient machine.
Construct? Ancient. He's an ancient machine, good sir.
Okay. That's
How much for a
I'll
loaf
be
of bread?
looking over them.
a rupee.
I'll take it, because I only have a day's worth of ration.
I would,
Done.
look for some nice, fresh.
Actually, I'm getting 2. So would that count as like 2 days worth of rations then? 2 loaves of bread?
That I'd consider that only really a portion of a ration.
Okay. If I got 2 loaves, would you consider it like enough to bump me up to 2 days of rat?
I can't
Oh, wait, no, I
say living on a day of just bread would be great for you, but sure.
Okay.
Would,
So I have
would Lynn
five.
spec-
So I realized that I was looking at the wrong part. I actually have 10, so now I have 11.
And then
Bravo.
we would proceed to leave.
Just
Okay,
appears on the top of bag. I only have 2 rations. Oh wait, let me move those out of the way. Oh, there's the rest.
All right, Toby, as
Thank you,
you're
sir. Have a-
sorry, yeah, you have a great day, weirdos.
You sell wonderful bread. Besides that one. That one is bad on the inside. And then he walks away.
All right, yeah, Toby, you're coming through the probably coming through the marketplace by now. What are you up to?
If they're leaving from what they were doing, then I'm just gonna head straight to the docks.
Sure. All right. So the first one to have arrived at the dock is Hyle. I do not need to have this open. Go away, Chrome. Alrighty. Yeah. So Karam, you didn't really find out properly what the boat was looking like. However, you would overhear a very tall, masked man in a very bit of an odd attire of purples and greens, talking to various people, trying to figure out where this certain ship is, the SS Ciela. And this very tall man is standing next to a much taller man.
All right.
How tall are you?
He's 6'10".
Good lord.
Eon's only taller than me by like 3 inches.
How tall am I? I
It's still a progressive amount.
yeah, that's,
Also,
I mean,
you're lanky, where Eon is not.
he is
fair
very
enough.
wide.
The things on the not horns on his helmet would probably get him up to your height, but to be fair, so they look about the same height.
All right. I see both of them talking to people about the Ciela.
Yep.
What is the ship name? I'm going to go ahead and casually walk up behind them and see if I can't frisk them for letters that are similar to mine.
Okay. First roll. I guess. Are you trying to like stay out of their view?
Yes.
Okay. Roll stealth. Okay. I highly doubt they're actively looking for you, so it's not like they can beat that anyway. All right. And you're just trying to peek.
I'm trying to pickpocket them for letters.
Oh, okay. Roll sleight of hand.
We're going full in, boys. I think that passes one of their perceptions.
So Eon,
Correct.
you your passive is 13.
Correct.
Do I get?
You as Lynn is talking to various people, you notice that somebody's a hand going for Lynn's satchel from behind
I
you.
would. Eon, I'm sorry. I would most likely, if he's reaching in, like actually reaching in, I'll grab it. If he's reaching for, I would get in the way to where, because all mine's on a back on my upper torso, all he would have is my lower back or legs.
I'd be reaching in it. Just super.
Okay, then I would. Then before you would even realize there's a hand like the size of your head on your arm.
I'd realize definitely.
Oh yeah, but it's like a okay, it's right in.
I turn to him and just like wink at him for a moment. Go,
Stealing.
"Hey, how's it going?" I'm not stealing. I'm checking.
I'd like to imagine
Checking.
you don't know it's a bag of holding, so you just reach in and pull out like the orange I bought, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Wow. Vitamin C.
Checking in someone else's personal belongings.
Yeah. I have to make sure I know who I'm going for.
That is not what a person should be doing.
I mean, doesn't really bother me. So weird question, since you both are asking about this, Yellen. You wouldn't have to happen to have a letter on you, would you?
I have a bunch of letters.
Would you have a happen to have a letter from a specific King Phobos?
Phoebus.
No.
Affirmative.
Yeah, I'm going to ignore Lynn.
Leon, it's not from the king, so you can lie and not have to roll about it. Roll it.
Also, it is.
It's not from the king.
It's not from
No,
the king.
but it says the king is what I was implying.
Ah, that's good. You wouldn't happen to know where the Cielin is, right?
I have a
We've
general
just-
idea.
All right, then. Just
Right,
kind of
okay.
walk past both of them. Well, go ahead. Let's go.
I take it you're one of the six.
I mean, you can take whatever you want. I was just checking to see if you were.
We
Fair.
will not take something from you. And then
I'll show you
Box.
mine if you show me yours.
Whoa, now, you can't just show people things like that in public. It's very secretive stuff. What kind of person are you?
I don't know. You could be someone who.
Already
took the letter- Okay.
All right.
walk and talk. I'm going already.
Okay.
So, Toby, are you following behind these three now?
Yeah.
Okay. Not making yourself like, not trying to hide yourself, just sort of.
Nah.
Alrighty. Yep. All right. So,
Seems like the fourth that has joined us.
indeed. Roscoe, already knowing where the ship is, would have already arrived. We'll leave that for a little bit.
He is on board the ship, just
Indeed.
hanging out, helping to, I don't know, rig the sails.
Is it a steamboat?
What?
I thought it was like a steamboat.
Steamboats all often had sails too.
I've not made any indication of what kind of boat it is.
It is a boat. It's a boat sea boat.
It is
I was
a
going
boat.
off of.
It's a schooner.
I think I'm going off of Phantom Hourglass because you said Captain Linehead.
That would make sense.
Okay. Hey. All right. So, the three of you arrive. You gets about like halfway down this relatively long docks. The docks themselves, they're fairly busy with various fishermen working on smaller fishing boats. It's the boats that are coming in from the morning. They don't seem to be all that fruitful, I'll say.
Mm.
Hyle, you might have heard that the fishing industry was dwindling a little bit in recent days,
All right.
at least on the coastal side of the mountains, or the Farron province.
Just not a lot of fish, or like monsters, or what? Just dwindling.
Just seems to be dwindling. Not a lot, not as much fish, and general fear of what may lie in the waters.
Okay. You don't want Octorok being pulled up and shooting a rock in your face. at any point. Understandable.
The dock themselves, they are made of stone and wood for beams. Looks a bit rotting, but a lot of it was repaired. Looks to be recently. And the docks themselves seem to be able to hold. You would gather up to 5 large ships or 12 smaller ones at any one time. There was only one large ship stationed. This medium-sized galleon with a hull that's like a cyanish hue, with white stripes lining its front, and deep blue sails. You see carved the figurehead, the wood carved figurehead appears to be like this winged woman. You would gather to be a depiction of a great fairy.
Ah, that must be the figurehead that he was talking about.
And the blue flag at the top of the sail pole. I don't remember ship. Mast. Is this bears this emblem of swirling waves underlying an anchor.
All right.
Hyle, roll me a history check.
Okay. There it is.
We found the ship,
Almost went to 15.
but do we find the captain?
It is a symbol.
It's a symbol. So I heard Lynn say, "Oh, that's what the figurehead is." So I'll, in response, will go, so is this a ship then that they were talking about?
That one with the cyan one, apparently.
All right. I mean, it's the only ship in the port, so looks up at it. Hello up there. Anyone up aboard?
You do know there's a good amount of people wandering around on a crate, ordering some people around. Stands this this man. Looks to be in his early 40s, maybe. Has this nice blue coat, studded with brown patches over it, to provide some sort of armor, it seems. several scars along his face, very dark, slick back hair, scraggly beard. He's ordering around. Very many people carrying boxes up and down the. I really need to actually know what the plank
The
to
deck?
go up the ship. Whatever.
Oh, the plank. I don't remember what it's called. I know I saw it at one point.
It's a boarding plank. I'll
And
call it that.
A boarding plank or plank?
Let's just call it the ramp. Yeah.
The ramp.
A plank of wood.
Yeah. It's a ramp. You'll note he's
Is he
coming out
on
in
the
a
dock?
very
Or
in a,
is he yelling from a box on the dock?
he's
Or yelling.
yes, he's on the dock.
He's on the dock.
Well,
Does
Captain
he?
Lineback. I'll yell up towards the gentleman on the box.
Ah, yes. What is it?
Us three were instructed to find you for a trip to Port Farron.
I think-
Not Port Farron. Hateno Island.
He looks down at you. Squints.
I will reach into my bag, pull out the closed letter, and then put it back in.
Ah, you're the bastards that Jorolf sent, of course.
Yep, bastard.
Just long enough for him to see the seal, and then back in.
There's supposed to be 6 of you.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
Haven't found the other 3.
actually,
there's
there's already one sitting on the ship, the lazy bastard.
And there's been one following us, so we're missing one.
we're missing one. Yeah.
We had one following us.
Yeah, I
Hello,
pointed. it out.
I'm here.
You didn't hear me?
You see this
Said it.
you see this blonde
Did
Hylian
you-
approach.
Did you actually say that?
Yes, I did. I just said it twice in character.
Oh.
Yeah,
Must have been
frankly,
us.
I just thought y'all were ignoring me, so.
No, I just have kind of tunnel vision on things. I'll focus on one thing and not see a bunch of others.
You have tunnel hearing too, apparently.
I wish to make a ranged attack roll with a piece of bread.
Against 2.
The captain.
Oh yeah,
Go ahead.
So I'm just rolling one of my other ranged weapons, but this is actually a slice of bread.
So without the proficiency bonus.
Your dice are pure white. All right.
Right.
So 15.
As Lineback is looking down at you, all of a sudden, a loaf of bread just slams him right in the face.
Could I roll something to try to catch it before it like hits the ground or the water?
Sure. Roll straight dex.
Would I be able to as well?
The piece of bread.
You got it. Wait for him to respond first before you roll.
I'll say because of Eon's frame, he would be too much in the way.
Okay.
The piece of bread flops to the ground, landing in a puddle with a not very significant slash, but soaking through the bread.
It's just a waste of good bread.
I swear to God.
That's a 3-second rule. You
Or
can
the
pick it up
goddesses, or whatever
to.
I decide to believe in today.
That's acceptable.
Roscoe, you're right, bastard. The hell are you
What?
doing? Wasting good bread.
That costs a rupee.
He's munching on a piece of cheese and whistling while he fishes.
Is that the man? Do we recognize him as the man who was haggling for bread?
You would recognize him as the man that was haggling for bread.
You didn't even have the money to pay for bread. Why are you wasting it like this?
We're trying to haggle the shopkeepers for bread again.
He tried to give them a bit of string.
Someone's
and-
going to buy these off me one of these days. They have historical value.
They
I
will
walk
not. I tell you
I
this every
walk-
day.
I walk up onto the ship while they're talking and just take a seat right next to Roche and go,
Hey,
how much are
hey. Hold on. You wait.
I'm right here already. I'll wait.
Captain, do we have
No,
permission to board?
no stepping on the ship just yet.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. So,
So,
first of all,
do you... I'm sorry, Captain.
I think a few things all of you should know
Mhm.
before you board my ship.
Indeed.
First off, don't fuck with my ship. Alright? If I see any damages or any tamperings with my ship, I'll beat you over the head.
Oh, you're right. He pulls out a cloth and dips in the seawater. I should wipe my shoes. Wipes his shoes off right in front of him. They're a bit
Alrighty.
dirty. I apologize. I've been out traveling for quite a while and I
Oh.
haven't had the chance.
Oh, dirt is not an issue. However,
I'm sure blood is, but you know, it's probably dried and caked, so.
second, don't fuck with my crew. Unless the crew member fucks with you first.
Oh, like him. If he throws a piece of bread, looks at Roscoe.
Throw it at you.
He's not
Wait,
a
I
member
mean-
of the... He's not a member of the crew.
Okay,
Oh,
so free reign. Understood.
Yeah, do whatever you want with him.
But I do understand treating something right. The ship is like your baby.
Aye,
Anything.
been with me for 20 years.
I not as something. I haven't built something as grand as a ship yet, but I do tinker around with machinery and amongst other things. So I understand having pride in something.
Well, number 3. I don't want to hear
You
any
made-
complaints about the passenger conditions. You get what you get.
Sure, I'll make do with what there is.
And if you violate any of these rules, well, as I said, you'll get your head beaten. Either by me or the member of the crew.
He's serious. He'll do it.
He knows.
Eon
Ah,
would,
yes.
Eon would be throwing the wasted bread into the water in small bits for whatever fish might still be out there, and would go, Captain.
Roscoe moves over to this side of the ship because now there might be more fish over this way.
Captain, what are we to do for food? Are we our own, or do you have food for the travel?
Well, for the journey, it's only a day. If you have food on you, you're good.
Okay,
And if
I was making sure.
we're not leaving for another hour anyway, if you need to pick up anything, go ahead. Also, I don't think you actually need to eat food yourself.
Correct. My companion's motions to Lynn. Very thin. He might need more food than normal.
Speaking of food, Captain, when I was first informed we would be traveling, I read up on oceanic travel, and I heard about how a lot of sailors don't get vitamin C. So I bought you some fruit, and he'll pull out the fruit.
He looks
What's
fine.
a vitamin?
The
So
sentiment's
the-
I did-
appreciated, but I don't need it. I get all my nutrients and vitamins.
All right. What'd you say the gentleman with the fishing pole? What's his name?
Oh, that's Roscoe.
Roscoe. Hey, Roscoe. And I'm gonna throw the pineapple at him.
You're gonna throw a pineapple? I thought you bought an orange.
A pineapple, an orange, and a banana.
Oh, okay.
Did Sturdy
So you
Chip
want to get
catch it?
banana? It's more like a boomerang.
All right.
I don't think that boomerang comes back, and when it hits something, it splats. It doesn't
Throw,
make one splats.
That's the pineapple.
So just a +2. Does
Yeah.
that hit
That's
That-
14.
This is me.
14? Actually,
Yeah, that's
misses.
14.
Roscoe, you managed to catch the apparently the light hammer.
It's a pineapple.
You managed to catch the pineapple. It pricks your hands a little bit, but you're not really bothered.
Don't go haggling for food. Eat that.
All right.
You watch as Ross just stuffs it into his jacket.
So, Lembeck would lead you onto the ship.
I follow.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Is he putting on not storage? Is he moving crates or anything onto the ship? Is his crew doing anything like that?
They are still like going back and forth, generally unloading and loading different supplies.
Okay, if it's unloading and loading, he probably would.
Oh wait, no, he meant an hour. Never mind.
They would be making final preparations
Yeah.
at that point, like tightening ropes, making sure the wheel's not stuck on anything.
Jiggering the gambits.
Yeah.
Choosing their playlist of sea shanties.
There, once
Ah, damn it! I should have had a playlist of royalty-free sea shanties going on here.
Why didn't you do that? That would have been amazing.
I just have my regular D&D playlist.
to see in the name of the
Okay.
Bring
Bring it in.
Would-
What was the question again?
Is there like a specific group of boxes or stuff that they are clearly putting on the ship?
It's just general. They're not taking like anything too heavy. Just like say 20-ish, 25-pound boxes each.
Okay.
Trip.
Probably like food, toiletries, stuff like that.
Most of the boxes are sealed. Some of it has various cloth and the like.
Okay. Because if anything big, I would proceed to help them, but otherwise he would just follow. I've got.
Alrighty. So, yeah, he Lineback. He goes to the goes up to the wheel just to take a look at all that's going on. He's hasn't really given you instructions of where to go. You're just sort of all four of you are just sort of sitting, or five of you are just standing in the middle of the deck.
Is there any booze?
If there's anything to sit on, I sit on it.
Alrighty. Just gonna wait around an hour until you guys
Y'all
Do you
have
know
any
where?
booze?
No. I would say I don't have the constitution for it, but I do. I actually hold my liquor fairly decently.
Good to know. You should buy more next time you encounter an opportunity to.
Yeah, where I'm from, don't have a lot of land to grow stuff like that, and it's kind of hard to import. So booze isn't really high on my list.
Well, if you're desperate enough, you can go ahead and ferment that orange or that pineapple you have. Wait, no, what did you throw in him? You threw a pineapple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure,
Ferment the pineapple.
Now, do you want to buy a pineapple or do you want to buy two pineapples? I
I don't
recommend
have
the
the
latter.
supplies for it. I know how to use. I know how to ferment stuff, but I don't actually have the gear here. The last time I tried that,
Would I be
I'm
able?
not allowed
would they
to
be-
buy the food stores of the ship anymore.
Captain, do you have a navigator?
Hi.
Nope.
Uh,
Absolutely not. Not Roscoe anyway. It's
Ah,
Runella on the all the way up there in the crow's nest.
I fancy myself a bit of a amateur map maker. I was wondering if they would be the person to talk to make like a little map of the coast.
Up at the coast. What do you need that for?
Never know when it can come in handy.
I've got maps for you in I've got supplies for you before we get to the
Ah.
island. And these maps of Hyrule, they're going electronic now or something. I don't know.
I see.
I heard
Shit,
they're using
I'm trying to use my tool proficiency. You little. Mm.
I can point out where a lot of the landmarks along the coast here were 100 years ago.
You're not that old.
Stop with your fucking bullshit.
He looks.
I
how old
swear to
does
God,
Roscoe
there was a
look?
lighthouse right there. It was not my fault. It was there the last time I was there.
How old does Roscoe look?
Looks
20s,
yeah.
maybe 30 plus because he's got a full beard right now.
Roscoe, you look like you're 30, not 100. Stop messing with the captain.
Somebody see
What?
sense.
I mean, they weren't sensible enough to bring booze.
Alcohol is not useful when traveling. It dulls the senses, and most times causes you to dehydrate faster.
Look at the walking textbook here.
I mean, what if it was sunny out or something, but like, still water in it?
He's
You're
talking
not
about-
wrong there.
You're not wrong, but due to all of the, I want to chime in. This is basically me and Eon's shtick. Due to all the other things that normally go into alcohol, your body has to work harder to get them into a usable state, causing you to dehydrate faster.
What are y'all standing around there for?
ship preparations getting underway. You said it would take an hour.
We don't want to step on any toes. We don't know what we're doing on a boat.
I know what I'm doing.
Well, you're gonna be working together for quite a while. Make conversation. I don't know. Or wait, eat or something. I don't know.
May
Well,
I?
That's what I'm doing, and napping is what I'll be doing too.
Alrighty.
Do you
I'm
have a kitchen or a kitchenette? Or
Like a galley.
yes, thank you. I couldn't think of the name.
Yeah, below deck. Why?
May I partake in using it?
Well, Ardio is a little protective of his own little area.
I shall ask the chef, and then would walk towards where he mentioned the kitchen would be.
Do it yourself. Yeah, you enter to the door that leads down into not directly into the hall, but into like a larger set of stairs.
How much would I have to duck, or are they just skirting?
You would have to. The door is meant for someone less than 6 feet, generally.
Beautiful.
Okay, then he would duck each time, which is probably more terrifying.
All right. Yeah, you make your way into the eventually into what looks to be this sort of kitchen-like area. There's a bit of a plump old man moving around, seemingly working on some sort of meal.
You know what I just reminded of?
What up?
Long John Silver from
Fucking
Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet.
And I'm just imagining Eon showing up and doing the thing that he does with the arm, where he just goes through like 5 different kitchen utensils.
Welcome.
Yeah, that was going to be the joke if I could, but that was not
I'm sorry, Christian.
something Warforged could do.
And here's Garbo.
Indeed.
Introduce yourself, Garbo.
A bit low. Let me turn him up.
Just put him at 120.
Oh, Garbo.
Alrighty. This man seems to be super focused. Bit burpy. A little bit focused on his on what he's doing. Doesn't seem to immediately pay you mind.
What was his name?
RDO.
Ardino? Okay. Opening the door, step in fully and go, Chef Ardino.
RDO.
Ardio, thank you.
There you go.
Chef Ardio.
Doesn't seem to pay you mind.
He would just stand there and wait every so often and then say the name again and then step to the side if someone would be walking in.
What? Oh, go. Thanks, Silver.
Hey.
Hello?
Hello. I am asking if I may use your utensils to make a snack for me and my companion.
He just sort of tilts his head at you. His little white chef's hat sort of tilting to the side, almost falling off his head before he sets his head up straight again. Sure.
Would walk over, and it wasn't a lot, but he would use the fruit he bought earlier, saucepan, sugar, make almost a sautéed fruit, get some of the bread, and then on a big plate, you got fruit would have sugar and some syrup on top of it, and then a side of fresh bread, and then would walk back to the group.
You just...
Do you need me to roll anything to make that fully, or?
You're good. RDO is just sort of watching you as you do this, sort of very confused.
All the fruit is cut in perfect lines of the same width.
All right then.
Thank you. Would you like to have a try?
Yeah.
But just hold the plate out.
Yeah, he takes a little piece. Tries it. Eyebrows go up and eyes wide. You make yourself a mighty good cook. Is that all?
I think
think
Would
that's
nod.
all. All right.
okay.
He very warily goes back to his own thing. Very much slower than he was before. Kind of off put by the display. All right. So
Did Roscoe catch anything?
this close to the docks.
No way.
No.
I caught a sea barnacle at best.
Lynn would probably find a shady spot on deck and start writing a letter.
Alrighty. What about
If-
Toby?
He's probably going to check out where they'd be sleeping.
Okay. You looking to ask anybody or?
Well, I mean, he doesn't know where to go, so yeah, he'd be like, "Hey, where are we sleeping?"
Are you asking this too?
It's a. Who were we just talking to?
Captain.
Captain
Yeah,
Lindbergh?
I'd ask the captain then.
All right. Oh yes, pretty well. Second to last level of the ship. That's where the quarters are. At least your quarters.
Alrighty, thank you. They'll head that way.
Alrighty. It's going into the lower deck. It's fine. There's a special door marked Captain's Quarters. There aren't very many people below deck beyond the general workers. All in all, you find your bedding. It looks to be not like proper beds. It's several hanging ropes that are meant to be makeshift beds. There's at least some dressers, kinda. Beyond that, nothing that spectacular.
Alright.
It's a day. You'll be fine.
I guess you'll probably just chill in one of the beds.
All right.
Captain,
So-
how long will you be? Oh, I'm gonna because this will probably. Is this like the type of galley where the type of ship where the steering wheel is on a raised platform, raised
Yes.
up compared to the front? He'll probably be sitting in a in the nook between the stairs and the wall, and he'll yell up to the captain. How long will you be staying at Tenno Island?
As long as you are. I'm gonna ride back as well.
Understood.
Unless you somehow get another person going there. Good luck with that.
Okay, that I was gonna ask if he was leaving us there, and then coming back later. I was gonna ask him to take a letter with him back, but never mind.
You still, I mean, we can still ask him if you want.
If for whatever reason you do go back before we do, I don't expect to be done with this letter today, but we'll probably be done by the time we get there. Can I leave it with you?
A letter, you might be better off, leaving that for yourself to deliver. There aren't any Rito postmen that go to the island. Not that I know of, anyway.
I mean, he's gonna lower his voice a bit there. I'm Radio Postman don't go to where it's going either. But I digress. He'll say that under his breath. I appreciate the thought.
So, as all this is going on, coming into town from the, not from the direct road, but just off the road, a lone wanderer, just saunties in with his, very pirates-like swagger.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
I should
Oh, yeah.
probably disable some of the Twitch things for D&D streams because they're more meant for regular streams. But I will stretch.
No.
Thank you, Xander. Ooh. Yeah, he Conrad, you wander into town, starting at the more residential district, which then becomes the market district, then the docks. You received the letter quite a bit ago. Only left your location sooner than the others left Castletown.
All right, I want to make sure of two things. One of them is the map up right now, or are we just?
There's no map up.
No.
Okay, I wanted to be sure. Otherwise, I guess I'll check the docks because if I remember correctly, we're meeting a captain, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. You do note that there's only like one big ship there, bearing a blue flag with a white wavy symbol and an anchor. I want you to roll me history with advantage.
Oh boy. Good thing I'm stupid because I don't have confidence. No, wait, I have a +1.
You're good. You almost rolled the same thing that Hyle did.
Nice.
Ayo.
No, you would recognize that as the symbol of the seafarers, the sea-based guild in Hyrule, mostly based in the Lunaru and Farron province. The letter did mention that the captain was a part of this guild.
All right. So, I mean, is there anyone standing around the ship, or is it just a ship?
There are several people working around it. There appears to be this very, I'll say, Gaelic sounding man yelling from the top. Roscoe, you notice this sort of rough-ish person walking, looking at the ship as you're fishing off the side.
Hey,
Hello. So, I guess, are you the captain, or
yes.
no? I realized I made a mistake already, but all right. Play into it.
Trying to deception that one.
Roll deception.
Is
I
that
get
insight on my end
advantage
then?
because only a captain would be allowed to fish off the side of their own boat.
Roscoe, what the hell did you just say?
No, let him roll.
I don't roll.
He's bullshitting you.
All right, I'll keep walking to look for someone else important on the boat.
You catch wind of a man in a blue coat, standing next to the wheel.
All right, so are you the captain?
He doesn't quite hear you as you're not on the ship yet.
Ah, misunderstood. All right, so is there a way onto the ship?
There's sort of a boarding plank leading up to it.
I'm willing to walk up that.
All right. Hello's this now?
Hello, I'm Conrad.
Sort of looks out for a second. Oh, you're the sixth one. All right, understood.
Number 6 is here. All right.
Looks
Mumbles
like the
under
gang's all
his
together.
breath.
Took long
Where
enough.
would Hyle be sleeping? Just in the open, or up somewhere?
Probably like near the crow's nest. If not, there's a box you'd just be leaning against.
Okay.
He's quote unquote sleeping. He has the towel from earlier over his face. I know it's salty. It's not good, but ears open, eyes closed is what he's doing right now. But yeah, he's out in the open pretty much.
Okay, I was making sure if you weren't hidden or anything.
Lim would probably just be finishing up the part of the letter he's written, and then we'll pull out a book.
You'd be handed a piece of bread with sautéed fruit on top of it.
How do you hand it to him? Are you talking to Lynn?
Talking to Lynn.
Okay.
He probably would have anyone that's awake, so would probably
yes.
start with the closest would be Lynn.
I can't. I'm so glad this is happening. You see him fiddle with his hands for a bit before accepting it.
Lifts up the towel, just a smidge, and just peeks at them both.
It's a very wide back of a robot.
This guy's...
Bonus action, take down the helmet.
Okay. You don't need to say if we're not in combat. You don't need to say bonus action.
Okay. You see the gentleman with the book. His home after fiddling with his hands for a bit. You see the helmet just retract back into whatever he's wearing, and you see a gentleman in like tinted glasses, slightly tanned, with like dark brownish black hair.
Yes, octo camo.
But no, I'm more thinking, you know the
Anyway.
you know the Edmond Dante's art that I've sent before.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. The sailor one, basically kind of something like that, but with his hair done up. And then I will take a bite.
Alrighty.
Tis made out of various fruit, orange, apple, honey, sugar, and then you just go on for like a minute explaining everything he'd put into it, and then he would walk to the next closest person, which would probably be either Hyle if he notices he's awake, or Roscoe because he's towards the side.
A wonderful treat as always, Eon.
So to the newest member of the group, it just looks like this giant robot is serving these people.
Alrighty. So, Conrad, what are you up to on this ship standing here?
I mean, if I was gonna do anything, I'd probably want to inspect it, make sure it's, a good sailing vessel.
Okay. Go ahead, roll me investigation. Actually,
Alright.
perception if you're not if you're just gonna do it at a glance.
That works for me. Woo.
Oof.
Looks good
It's
to
gonna sink any
you.
minute.
Looks good to me.
Alright.
Not even an iceberg could take down this ship.
Yeah, other than that, I'll probably just find a place to rest.
Just wait out the hour.
Yeah.
I will offer like the space next to me if he's says he's looking,
Alright.
and then I'll probably go back to reading my book after finishing the little bread topping thing.
It's
Got
sauteed fruit on toast, pretty much.
Yeah, and then probably right before the hour is up, have the Amit come back on.
Okay.
Because-
so...
Disguise self only lasts an hour.
Indeed. Yeah, so, you go... you all just wait around for an hour. Toby beneath deck. Everyone else seemingly above deck, just sort of relaxing around. Roscoe fishing. When you see... you hear Linebeck yell out a few orders to different men. Like, raise the sails, or raise anchor, raise sails, whatever. And
That sounds like we're getting ready to get off. Or set off. Pulls off the
Indeed.
towel as he gets up.
As the ship leaves the dock, you feel the wind on your back, say for, sorry, Eon. And the ship slowly begins to depart from Port Farron.
Anyone gets seasick.
All right. As you're about about 5 minutes or so away from the port, Linebeck hands the wheel off to this late 30-something woman with blonde hair. Looks to be also a Arcadian. just as Lineback is. Forgot to mention that.
No, it basically he's trying to look like an arcade. He was looking like an Arcadian.
Gotcha.
Like no, not pointed ears. Because it's more conceivable he's just a really tall Arcadian.
The Dragonborn theme is not the right song for right now.
Bum, bum, bum. Start storming, and you start cutting through the waves. Bum, 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 bum.
Suddenly, a dragon turtle just comes.
Oh
no.
shit!
All right. Yeah. As he walks away. Not blonde, redheaded. Oh, well, she's blonde now.
What? No, redheads are better. Keep it
Okay.
redhead.
Okay. Sure. We'll do that. And goes down to approach all of you. Notices that you all are missing somebody. Shakes his head about it.
I think he went downstairs.
Hi. Later tonight, I'd like you all to come to my quarters. I've got a few things to discuss with you. Sorry. Speak too fast for my mind.
No worries.
Until then, well, do whatever.
Time. Just stay out of the way.
Hi. Talk amongst yourselves. You're going to be working together for the next little bit.
Sure, something will work itself out over time.
Yeah. He walks off to the just doing a general inspection of the ship as they've set sail. And you are going.
Hey.
Now the real question: is there a map of the ship?
Not yet. If I ever need one,
Will there be a map of the ship?
Is it the one
there will be
where
one.
we fought the Guardian on before?
I haven't decided.
Okay. He'll probably, after he finishes his books, just start tinkering, pull out his tinker's tools.
Alrighty.
And
Kind of just
tinkering.
Kind of just taking the sea breeze, rest his arms across the side railings, the ship or whatever.
Alright. Toby having probably dozed off a little bit, you notice that the ship has started bobbing more, and you feel it to be in movement.
Alright,
Uh,
probably just stay where he is.
all right. Roscoe,
He
what are
wants
you
to
up
stay
to?
out of the way.
Sorry. Roscoe, what are you up to?
I'm still fishing.
As the ship is okay.
Yep.
Hey, movement attracts them.
Suddenly pulls up an Octorok.
Oh shit.
Rock, shoot him in the face.
Did Conrad sit down next to Lynn, or is he doing his own thing?
I mean, sure.
So, while not looking up at all from what he's doing, he'll go. So, where are you from?
Oh crap, shit! I forget where areas that pirate go from. It's been a little while since I've looked at my notes.
Crescent Moon Cove in the Lanayru province.
All right, I'm from the Lanayru province.
I'm from a town in Arcadia, but effectively here for work for a bit before my family has me take over the family business, and then I have to go back. Didn't expect to be doing this today. Doing this though.
I see.
And you said your name was
Conrad.
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Lynn.
Hello, Lynn.
The ancient machine over there, that's Eon.
All right.
Upon hearing his name, he would turn, small wave, and then turn back and then probably trying to help set anything up or
Zzz. Hello, I am Eon. Zzz.
Since everyone's doing introductions, Hyle, while like eavesdropping, like overhearing them, will decide to turn around and lean back a bit and go, "Well, if we're introducing ourselves, I might as well do me too. My name's Hyle. Pleasure to make your acquaintance."
Hello.
Roscoe.
He's said he's lived for hundreds of years. I find that fascinating.
He did not, in fact, say that.
He
Not
said
100,
he,
sorry, 800. That was my fault.
No, I said there was a lighthouse in a specific spot 100 years ago.
Oh, I thought you said I saw a lighthouse. That's on me. Then.
And it's not my fault.
He then vaguely mentioned that it was there the last time you saw it.
Oh,
Very-
okay.
Yeah, it's very indirect, like non-connecting statements.
Okay, then I wouldn't have. My fault. I misheard you.
Do one of us want to get the boy who went below deck?
I mean, if you wanna. Figured we could sleep for
I
a
shall do that then, and then, like before, duck, walk, duck, walk.
You find Toby waiting in the or just sort of hanging out on one of the rope bunks.
Companion, that name I do not know yet. We are introducing ourselves on the deck. Would you like to proceed along with us?
Oh, yeah, that sounds mighty fine. And then Toby just stares at him for a little bit, realizing that he's just looking at a giant metal man.
Giant middle man would put a hand out and go, I'll start. I go by Eon.
Name's Toby. If he's on the top bunk, you'll jump down, I guess,
Roll dex save now.
and follow him out. Oh, okay, fine.
You fall prone.
Fall prone.
All right,
Pick up like child and set back down.
hold on. Do I need to do a
That
save?
was a joke. That was a joke.
We're just messing with you.
Okay, well, I'm not sure I can back out of rolling it now that I grabbed the dice.
Just
You
put
drop
it in
the
the
dice
little
on the
area.
map. Yeah, just drop the dice on
Hold
the
on.
map instead.
That didn't. I don't think that worked. Oh, I did it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right, you make your way back up. If unless you want to say anything else.
He upon if he didn't shake his hand, he would put the hand back and then walk.
Oh no, I would have shook your hand after
Okay, yeah.
getting down. I forgot. I thought I said that.
But Eon, you're supposed to do the Warforged thing of you were supposed to shake it and move it. You were supposed to grasp the hand and shake it up
Oh,
and back.
shush you.
He's been long enough to know a handshake.
Firmly grip.
Firmly grasp it.
Firmly grip.
grasp it.
I said firmly grasp it.
Horse. Firmly grasp.
Do
Patrick,
not
that's
break
a
hand
job.
again.
Okay. Yeah, you find everyone just sort of hanging around while others are doing work. You kind of get bit of a sneering look from a couple of the crewmates.
Who does?
Toby?
Just Toby in general or everyone?
Just everyone in general.
Well, I mentioned if he he turns around and waves, but otherwise he would actually be trying to help people as best he can.
Hyle just looks at them and gives them a smile.
You can't tell what Lynn is doing underneath the helmet.
Okay. So the
Go around and introduce ourselves again.
you can just say you do.
Okay, good.
I was actually going to state something else real quick.
Sure.
Since we're all introducing ourselves and we'll be working together on this job, mission, whatever perchance you would call it, it might be best to learn what each of us are capable of. That way, so we have a concrete understanding of our capabilities and know how to work together a bit.
I like to fish.
Sure, that works.
I also enjoy that activity.
Does the captain go to his quarters, or is he back up top?
He's back up top right now.
All right,
As
Captain. There's about to be a bit of lightning. Don't be scared.
You better not fight on my ship.
We're not. I'm gonna shoot it off deck.
Oh, that's disappointing.
It is
I
pretty.
just wanted to let you know, not to spook you. And then I will he'll get up, go over to the edge of the edge of the ship, and just put his hand out a little bit up, and you see that noise, lightning shoot out from the gauntlet. I can do that.
Good.
I can do that pretty often. I also have a little bit of magic.
I'll just
That I
raise
can use
my
as well.
crown whistle when you did that.
I can't do it right. I have to reconfigure the armor systems, but I can also make it so it's contained around my fists and then punch people with the lightning as well. But it takes a little bit of time to reconfigure the mechanisms. Get the containment feel set right.
All right then.
Those are some
So-
fancy words.
What are you exactly then, Tinkerer?
People have called me a tinkerer, artificer, armorer. I'll respond to any of those.
All right. It's good to know what you're capable of then. After all, though I've heard there's definitely a lot of monsters out there. Be able to know who to count on, definitely, and how, definitely spell the difference between getting a club in your face and, well, doing that back to them.
Side question: do any of you have objects that weigh between 1 and 5 pounds?
1 in 5 pounds.
Presumably something dense or shaped like it would. Well, I'll get what I'm saying. I can launch things with magic a pretty fair distance.
Can you launch one of these? I pull out a wooden stick.
Most definitely. Cannonballs
It's a
are
shovel
too
handle.
heavy. Cannonballs are a bit too heavy for me to do fast enough, but something similar that's about 5 pounds or less would also work.
You said 1 pound? I wonder if this weighs a pound. I pull out 5 feet of hemp rope.
5 pounds or less.
I'm sure I have something on hand, though it's more of a special occasion thing. So if it comes across, I'll let you know as
Is it
needed.
shade? Is it what I shade? Silver, is it? You're insinuating what I think you're insinuating, right?
You can leave that to be.
No magic.
No,
You
we
can leave that for when it happens.
Yeah, we can save that for when it happens. But I know exactly what Silver's talking about out of character. Okay.
I despise you.
Hi, Link.
Hello, teamwork.
I mean,
Right.
I don't have the ability to shoot lightning.
Now you can shoot lightning too.
No, I can't. I was just saying I don't have that ability.
Okay,
It's pretty impressive, actually.
kind of.
Kind of shouldn't have had him start. That's not really fair. Because now everybody else is gonna look like garbage. Compared, you guys can't shoot lightning either, can you?
I mean,
beyond,
I can't
It's
do it
such a
without the
people
armor.
that can look
I-
lightning.
One at a time.
I would. Sorry,
I would
go
say
ahead.
that lightning is pretty flashy, to be honest.
It is, but I can't do it by myself. I require the armor I built to channel it.
I would, upon sitting down, like, I'd probably help move cannonballs or something like that to the side. I am large and strong and have a connection with spirits upon helping them. Sorry. have a connection with spirits upon where they help me defend my comrades.
Ah, so you're some sort of protector then.
Correct.
You could
Alright.
even say a guardian.
Noted. Big guy is big.
Guy's big, indeed.
Out of character, Christian, did you ever decide what your spirits will show up as?
Right now, like I mentioned at the shade, I couldn't remember if we specific. Right now, they're just orbs. Later, I think they will have a bit more form to them, but
We'll get there when we get
Wow.
there.
yeah, that's a while. So they're like will-o-wisps, I think is what we decided on, or something similar to that.
Well, that's 2 down. Did Toby say? I know Toby talked. I don't remember if he mentioned what he did.
I have not.
Looks at Toby. Well, you've spoken too. What do you do? You look to be heavily armored.
I call on Hylia. Frick.
Correct. Cold power feeling.
Immediately drops to the ground, begging Hylia for forgiveness.
I don't think you need to do that one. I think she'll forgive you for whatever blunder you make in a moment.
Anyway, I can call on her for assistance in battle. In addition, I have this nifty blade. Pulls out the eightfold blade.
Kind of like eyes the blade for a moment and goes, "Oh, that's interesting. I didn't expect to see anyone who hold on to those around."
It is
Where
a
do you
gift.
get that exactly, Kakariko?
Hmm?
Where do you get that exactly, Kakariko?
Now, some blacksmiths gave it to me as a reward.
Huh.
And village nearby, right? Nearby my
Uh,
hometown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I've seen one of those before. I don't know where.
Did we ever come? Did you ever tell me what the name of the village was?
I gave you a list of them. Or like
Oh, right.
look at the map.
Alright.
You
Is
said
there
you
one
were.
oddly close to
You said you were like
Kakariko
near
Village?
the castle, right?
Hmm?
You said like near the castle, right?
Yeah.
Relatively. Probably somewhere near the town of Mabe.
Okay. A bit far out from Kakariko. Interesting.
Really quick, Shade. The map would be Hyrule
just-
Kingdom 2.
Shall I just do
It'd be
this?
Image map of Hyrule. But yeah, you should.
Here's the map.
Is it?
Here, everyone.
Okay, thank you.
There you go.
I already have it up because I have it in my bookmarks.
Save that to
'Cause
your
it wasn't-
hotbar, please.
I was in the light. I am. But I was looking for it, and then it just the Hyrule, I couldn't find it, and the one I thought was it ended up being locked, like
How would I save this to my hotbar?
unidentified.
You
that
drag
little
over the dragon icon on it over into the bar below. So the one,
dragon icon next
top.
to the name.
yeah.
Alright,
So-
where do I drag it to?
Let's see that little
bar-
bottom bar there. Just any of those. Then
Yeah.
you can
There we
quickly
go.
open it. There you go. Alrighty.
You got multiple with shift, control, and alt.
Indeed. All right.
That's interesting. I wouldn't expect any blacksmith out there to have been able to forge a eightfold blade, but all right.
Talented bunch of them blacksmiths.
What?
You don't know who made it.
I assume they're talented.
I mean, it's a Sheikah specialty. I don't know if they would sell off their craft to anyone other than other Sheikah. Would that be correct, Shade? I would assume.
It depends.
It depends.
Weapons, not exactly. Not that you know. of.
Yeah. That's what I was going for like, because that's why I know. You can only get the eightfold blade and the other Sheikah weapons mainly from Kakariko. Unless you, like, find it.
Indeed. All right.
All right. Who else is left? Oh, looks over to Conrad. I don't think you've said anything. What are you?
Well, I'm quick and I'm good at stabbing things.
I see. Well, fast, agile,
Decent skills to have.
deep skill set. I can say that I'm similar in a manner of speaking. Kind of puts a hand on one of the two swords by his side. I'll say this much. I'm a mercenary by trade. I sell sword of sorts. My typical style is flourish with these. I'm typically used to fighting monsters. I hear that the Hateno Islands have quite the number of them. I was warned by what was I have it in my notes actually. Johan. I was warned by Johan that there's a lot down there, especially at night. The undead, well, the typical variety that shows up in Hyrule fields when night falls, are especially prominent. So hearing that we have someone like Toby, it will definitely be useful for that.
You traveled with Johan as well.
Yes, I did.
We didn't see him until now. We didn't realize he was with us until then. Or would we have seen each other?
You might have seen each other in passing when you had to stop for the night.
I probably would have recognized him.
Okay.
After an amount of time.
Roscoe, do you do anything other than fish?
I mean, I don't want to brag or anything. I'm pretty good with a variety of things. I mean, I know quite a bit about quite a bit.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
I mean, in terms of what I can do for you, though, I got good eyes, good sense of direction, despite what the captain says. I swear to God that tower was there. Not my fault. Anyway, but I mean, if you give me a map, I'll have that thing memorized within seconds. I've been around a lot, and I can tell you where to find places pretty quick as long as I can pick out a landmark. I generally don't have any trouble getting along in the woods or anything like that. I can find us food if you need.
That'll be useful. I want to procure a map from the captain when he offers. Have you take a look at it?
I'll admit I'm not the strongest fella, but I mean, I have a knack for finding where people don't want to get stabbed and going for those points.
That's interesting. Well, seems we have a couple of people with that talent here.
Oh, also I can do this. And he lifts up his left hand, and it begins to emit light akin to a small candle. Which then begins to expand until his hand is giving out enough light that it would be closer to torchlight.
I can do something similar. You see him fiddle with the glove in the gem in the palm, like that's on both sides of his hand. It's glowing. I'm doing the magical tinkering to make his thing his arm shed bright light in 5 feet, dim light in another 5.
Yeah, mine's 20 and 20. Also, he casually reaches into his jacket with his other hand and pulls out the pineapple, and you just watch as his hand passes through the pineapple, stops glowing, and then he catches each half of the pineapple with each hand.
Is his hand 1,000-degree hand?
No.
Huh.
Nope, but it does in fact cut the pineapple clean in two.
Just his hand would have been 1,000-degree knife in that situation. All right.
That's
I'm
impressive.
gonna roll deception to pass off his state after he does that, Shade.
Sure.
Okay.
Rolling deception. I don't think that's gonna be passive.
So, anyone who cares, roll. Oh my god.
I'm too busy
He's
trying
fine.
to turn off my own.
He's fine. All right, let's
Do
see
you
that.
want all of us to roll insight here?
Only if you
or-
want to roll insight, if you actually care. Okay.
What is he trying to
I'm
do
gonna
again?
be tinkering with too busy tinkering trying to get the gem to turn off.
I feel like discerning other people's abilities at this moment is pretty much my prerogatory. So that's a nat 20.
That is. Don't waste those this early. I'm the one that's
Wait, a nat
supposed
20
to.
on that.
I'm supposed to roll bad, but you're gonna make yourselves roll bad.
Hey, he gets a Triforce point.
Indeed.
Heckin' Eon's been keeping an eye on Lynn so much that he's like, I know how to tell when people aren't in good shape.
He's a very frail bully.
That was kind of my thought.
You know what's funny is I
Yeah.
actually have a really decent con,
Oh yeah, you
but
do.
for how skinny I am.
So anyway, those
You seem, anybody that got above me realizes that like strength seems to kind of like leech from me for a little bit of time after. You notice it seems to fade after about a minute, but yeah, no. After he uses it, he definitely appears to be much more tired and weakened than he was a moment ago.
I suppose you do have a bit of a frail constitution now, don't you?
I'm fit as a horse.
Horses are very fit, yes.
Indeed.
Hey, I can't really do anything about what you just said before.
All
What I
right.
said about what?
You said that you weren't that durable, or something in that degree. I forget the exact wording.
I'm not the strongest guy out there.
Oh, okay.
All right. As you guys are conversing, you know, it's anyone with higher than a 12 passive would see Captain Lineback going down from the whatever the I have it written down. The quarterdeck. The quarterdeck. Yeah, I did look this up at least. And down to the door leading down to all the quarters and the kitchen and stuff. I'll be down here if you ever need to talk to me.
All right, we should be heading down soon then.
Hey.
Around what time would it look like? Is it like, did we leave early morning or did we leave around
You left
afternoonish?
We
early
left
afternoon.
around 3 p.m.
It's been about you
Or
arrived
just
at the island around 1-2 p.m. Waited around an hour.
And then left at 3, so I would assume between everything that happened it'd be around 4 or 5 by this point.
Getting close.
Okay.
I'll just put you up about an hour.
All right.
4 p.m.
I have a thing for that.
Well, I suppose we should finish up here soon and then back and head down to meet the captain. I suppose a final question, seeing as all you do have very unique abilities and capabilities. Well, this is an important one to ask to see, but which one of you have had personal experience with fighting monstrosities and such, in case we run across them?
Toby should, right?
If generally, everyone would probably Lynn and Eon have general experience with lower level monsters or lower class monsters.
I think I have.
I might have some experience with some higher class monsters. Who knows?
Roscoe,
I'll find out when I get there.
Whether that's positive experience is left to be seen.
Certainly higher
I would-
class something.
I would assume like we've faced a bokoblin.
Maybe.
Like
if you're
we're
lucky.
sent. We
If
were
you're
sent.
lucky.
We were sent to go deal with like something, and then a bokoblin shows up, and so we fight it and chase it off.
A bokoblin might have gotten its way into the city at one point. Though the walls are well guarded, so it's a very rare occurrence.
Oh, I was thinking like they sent us out to like Castle Town, like outlying outside the walls, like to one of those people to help them out. for one of the jobs?
uh, maybe. Either way, you've probably seen a monster or two.
Probably I've fought up a goblin or two, but nothing more than that.
Just a bokoblin or two? Well, I suppose you'll have potentially some experience. It'd be best to stick around some of the other more experienced people. I feel like either me or Toby over there.
I ran into a wasp once that was about 3 times my size.
You what?
I ran into a wasp once that was 3 times my size.
I just
You and your
What was it doing on the
tall
ground?
tales again.
Why would you run into it?
Right.
Shouldn't it have been flying?
Toby, don't
Sounds
listen to him.
highly
He's-
illogical, but fascinating.
He's trying to make himself seem better than he is.
He has a 1,000-yard stare right now.
I'm trying to discern his expression to see if he's absolutely bullshitting or not.
Roll insight.
All right. I gotta reopen my sheet.
Hi, Sid.
I was so close to that 20.
Seems
I said
genuine.
Okay. Kind of just looks at him, shrugs. Well, I mean, if you face something like that, you should have enough experience, maybe. Depends if you ran or fought.
I mean,
I'm
my
Just here, so hey.
current plan is to shoot lightning from a distance.
Yeah, it might
Or
be
what
best to stick to someone else for now.
Shoot lightning from a distance, or use. I have a. Would they be called Chill Touch and Ray of Frost? Like that would be their cool.
Unless you want to like rename them to something else.
Would they be called cantrips, or would they just be like?
It's general spell casting.
Other than the lightning launchers, I can cast Chill Touch and Ray of Frost indefinitely, as long as as long as I'm conscious, basically.
Alright. Well, that'll be good enough for combat abilities. We'll need to work on making sure
If I-
spot hits, I suppose, if they come along.
If they get closer, I can do this, and then I'm just gonna take out my light hammer, green flame blade it, and swing it in front of me and let it dissipate.
The hammer, he just sort of flicks it up a little bit. It radiates with this greenish fire as he catches it.
It would probably be more teal, honestly,
Teal, yeah,
but
closer to the color of like his gloves and what you see on
Like,
the
the lightning.
on
Yeah.
the lightning, yeah.
Alright. That'll be useful. Looks at Conrad. You haven't any have you had any experience with anything? You haven't spoken up about that.
I don't know the names of the ocean variety of monsters, I guess. I don't know what they're called.
Lizalfos.
Yeah, those things too.
Lizalfos, you would have run into not that strong ones, just regular green ones, probably.
I ran into the Zolfos. Do you say that out loud? It's a very
Yeah,
important.
that's acceptable.
Okay. Oh, you've ran into Lizalfos then.
Oh.
Okay, that makes sense. So while your preferable style is agile, they are very fast creatures indeed. You tend to have to be quick to catch them. Well, I have faith in your abilities.
Well, we're on the topic of Lizalfos. While I've been staying in Castletown, I've been learning Lizal, in case I ever run into any. Try and talk them down, or at least figure out what they're trying to do.
Do they actually teach that?
I've been reading it. I probably would have been self-taught, read from a book.
It's an elective.
It's an elective where I'm from. No, I'm kidding.
As
I
I spill tea over myself.
Oh no.
I pull a book from. I pull a big old book that doesn't seem like it should fit in my bag out of my bag, and how to speak Lizalfos for what would
Lizal for
Lizalfos.
dummies.
What's
It was all for dummies.
And that's an interesting book. Mind if I borrow it at some point later?
Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm all for learning new things and having people learn new things.
All right.
And I'll stow it back in my bag.
Well, with that all said, I think it's about time we go meet the captain.
Indeed.
All right. Before that, I'm going to have us take a quick 5-minute break.
Yeah.
All right.
Tisk, 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 says Reaper.
We'll be
Let's
right
see.
back.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Essentially,
Is he actually tisking us?
Yes.
Stretch for break.
Quick question: how does sneak attack? Is it just free, or is there a
Okay, I'm
condition
going
that
north.
needs met?
There is a condition. For you, it's if you're 1v1ing someone because you're swashbuckler. Otherwise, it's whenever you have advantage or when you're standing, I think it's 5 feet within range of an adjacent ally that's enemy of them.
Okay, so basically flanking, or
Yeah, basically flanking.
okay. And the other thing, what's considered a 1v1? Is that just there's no one else in the area,
There's
or
no one else. It has to be you and their creature, and there can't be another creature within 5 feet of either of you that is participating in the fight.
okay? I just wanted to be sure if it was like a big combat or something that it wouldn't get in the way.
Yeah. Now, the good thing about the sneak attacks from like subclasses is that they don't replace, they stack. So either situation works in your advantage.
I see.
And the main situations where you don't gain sneak attack is if you have disadvantage.
Okay.
Let me double check the swashbuckler and make sure I got that right because I was pretty sure it's 5 feet within you. And then let me check.
You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it.
Wait, no, let me check rogue. It's within 5 feet of the enemy, so not you. Okay. So pretty much at any position where they're 5 feet.
I'm back.
That works. I just wanted to be sure I understood it.
Yep. So the enemy of your enemy is your ally in cases.
I see.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay. So
Shade, would you say I've figured out a sleep mode for my helmet? Oh, he's not back yet. Okay.
It's cool for us to look at the stream when we're on break, right?
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
Okay.
he has the stream just as a general thing. It's nothing GM specific.
Oh, okay.
Should probably actually close it out.
What's
We
up?
probably should. Would you say I figured out a way to keep my mask and my helmet concealing my identity when I'm asleep?
I wouldn't say to be comfortable, but
Maybe you just sleep under the covers.
Entirely up to you. It wouldn't have any major effects on you.
Okay. Either that or he has like a mask that like he wears when he sleeps.
That's
He has a special sleep mask.
a full face sleep mask with just a breathing hole.
Yep.
He's like, it's for it's for my snoring.
Of course. Just as you'd expect. I will put a /vote.
Yeah. Hey.
And I'll set Cam to do his. It's
Hello, Cam. You also need a vote. Oh no, there's an X.
X's.
X's.
I'm back, but I have absolutely no idea if I actually clicked it or not. Okay, yeah, I did.
Okay.
I got it.
Unfortunately, I don't know who I'm waiting for.
It's me, because I don't know where it is. Right there in the chat.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. All right. If everyone's good to go, let me just take a swig and get right back in. For some odd reason, I still hear event sounds, despite the fact that I have those off.
Huh.
Oh well, I'll figure it out later. So, you all are heading on down into the underbelly of the ship to meet
Yee.
with Captain Linebeck.
Will we be getting rid of Captain Linebeck?
I don't think so. I'm sorry.
Hear that, Sid?
There are some NPCs I can't guarantee will show up again. Anyway, yeah,
Shadowing.
the door to you find the door to the captain's quarters pretty easily. Toby had already passed it, so had Eon.
Give it a good old knock.
Yes, come in.
After you. I have to. After all, we have to squat down to get through.
All right, sure. I open the door and walk in.
I'd like to note the contrast between the tallest and the shortest of the group.
Yeah.
Oh, who is the shortest?
Who's the shortest?
I think it's Toby
Yeah, okay.
at
How much of the
at
height?
4'9" apparently.
Yeah, that's pretty much regular
That's
height.
That's
Let's
almost
compare.
a 2 foot. That's almost a
It's
2 foot difference.
It's pretty much a 2-foot difference.
That is 2 foot 1 inch difference between Hyle not Hyle Eon and Toby. So let's get FMA up here. Anyway,
Let's get Eon.
I don't think he has
boots
the
with
personality
heels,
for
so
that.
he's 7 foot.
all right. As you enter into the captain's quarters, you see it's relatively tidy as comparison to the rest of the ship. There are just minor furniture. There's a bed off to the right. It looks like it can hold 2 people comfortably. There's a large desk which Lineback sits behind, with a window behind it. Not depicting anything, just sort of in different colors. There's sort of a long sort of unit with drawers that you could only guess what they contain, next to a wardrobe. Alrighty. I'd say I have a seat, but I don't exactly have that many seats available.
How many seats
I
are
mean,
available?
There's like
I was gonna say I'll sit on the bed anyway.
there's the bed and a single barrel in front of the desk.
I'm going to cast levitate on myself and just
No.
float, with legs crossed.
You mages are fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. maybe
This
weird.
is something I've been able to do since I was a kid. Not.
Righty.
So, Captain, what do you have for us?
Well, I'm here to answer any questions you have about the island, first of all.
Oh, that's good. I have plenty of questions to ask.
Alrighty. Would you like
So-
a brief history, or...?
Sure, why not?
Alrighty. Island of Fitano is a bit of a complicated spot, I'll be honest here. It's got a bit of a troubles with Arcadia, I'll say. No one's really sure who owns it. Some people think Hyrule has it. Some people think Arcadia has it. Each of the kingdoms think each of them have it.
Hey Shade, I
What
missed like half of that because my sound cut out.
Effectively, there's political trouble with the island.
Ah,
The island itself only has 2 proper settlements. Used to be 3. One of them got raided.
Rated by what?
A bunch of monsters. But there's a few black bokoblins on the island.
Oh, really
Pesky
now?
bastards.
That's interesting. I wouldn't expect the black variety to be out there.
Yeah, there's only like 3 of them, I think.
Alright.
I couldn't really tell you. Well, either way, the main settlement outside the village. It's a nice little place. I know a few people there. It's not terribly big. It's not much bigger than the port we just left.
Hmm.
Well, what particular do you want to know about the island? I guess. No,
Oh,
I
you
don't.
mentioned-
I don't know where where whatever temple you're looking for is.
I see.
if you had to give an educated guess, where could something visible be hidden?
Well, it's said to be in, according to the letter, it's in the mountain, but the mountain's big. It itself is 14 miles across.
You mentioned that there was monsters like Bokoblin on the island. Are there? Now, I had heard that there was other things such as the undead at night. I wasn't told that there was anything unique, but I figured I'd ask in case for someone who's giving information if there were any other things of interest when it comes to monstrosities, beasts, nature and so.
It's been a while since I've been there myself. I've heard tell about a Lionel on the peak of Mount Oteno. It's home there. Hopefully you don't have to cross paths with it, but anything could happen, I guess. Might also be a Hinox. Nothing like terrifying, but likely one of the weaker varieties.
Huh.
What are what are the residents of the island like?
Well, they're generally good people. Just trying to live their best lives.
Alright.
I know the tavern owner of the Big Octo Inn in outside village. She's a nice lass. She'll be the one taking you in until your journey's done.
That's how you spell Enox. Forgot. There we go. Alright. It sounds good then that there won't be much issues there. Wasn't sure what the political situation with them might be. Having their entire island be a rift of 2 different nations.
It's kind of a weird situation, actually. There's nothing really having to do with all the political bullshit going on between the nations on the island. It's just between Arcadia and Hyrule, as if tensions between them haven't always been high.
I suppose that's true enough.
So we shouldn't run into any problems between the 2 towns or anything like that.
Legally, there's no soldiers allowed on the island.
Really?
Yeah,
How do
you won't run into any forces.
How do
Beyond-
they defend themselves?
They've got their own little battalion. I think there's a few Garuda there.
Kind of like a militia, I would assume.
Yeah, just a small little thing that's generally they're trying to eliminate the monsters. I don't think they have any ties to the guilds though.
Nothing. It'd be the equivalent of like a farmer having a bow and arrow and maybe a sword for when monsters show up.
Perhaps. Oh.
You said you had maps of the area. You
I-
wouldn't have a map of the island now, would you?
He gets up and walks over to the sort of one of the drawers, opens it, pulls out this map case, and lays it on the table and sits back down. I don't have all that many maps of the island. Not that many are made, but it should do you.
All right. We
I
can
will
take this
pull up
one.
my cartographer set.
Are you gonna copy it?
You don't mind if I make a copy? I
Oh,
don't
go
want
ahead.
to. I don't want to take away one of. If I will assume you have more, but I don't want to.
I've
He
got
did
one or
say
two-
he had more, just
I've
not
got one
many.
or two more. I just prefer to keep a few copies to myself.
Then this way we won't have to take it from you. You'll
Well, I
still have your
suppose
copy.
this works. Hey Roscoe, do you want to take a look at this? You said you're good at memorizing maps.
We'll look it over.
Do I have to roll anything to copy it down?
One moment. There's something for this.
I'm thinking sleight of hand. Because like how well
Maybe I'll just roll
Alright.
me a intelligence check with proficiency.
you fool.
I know what I'm doing.
Ye fool.
Now, are you using calligraphers or cartographers?
I have cartographer's tools.
Do you have proficiency with cartographers?
Yes.
Okay.
I have proficiencies with smith, thieves, tinkers, and cartographers.
Okay.
That's why I
Gotcha.
bought smith. That's why I bought all of them.
The map is a little rough. But yeah, you pretty well get it. To the best of your ability.
Do you have an
It's
actual-
accurate enough.
Do you have an actual map, by the way, that we can see?
Yes, I can share that with you.
Okay.
There you are.
Sorry.
I
Ah,
see.
yes.
Okay. There we go. Now it's working.
Let me drag that into the bookmarks.
Yep, it's a good idea.
So real quick, I'll point out a couple of like the obvious landmarks here. So like, for instance, the anchors will be landing at then, I assume, with the first village.
You're asking that in person?
Yeah, I'm asking that person. Actually, I can draw an arrow, can't I?
Are the clouds supposed to be moving? Yes.
So this
Yes,
is where we're
thanks.
supposed to land, right?
Hi, that's Elio Beach.
Okay, and this is
And the town, the settlement up the road is Outset.
That's outside. Okay. And would this be a ruin then, or would that be in one of the towns?
Hi, that's the ruins of Goldshire, the place that got raided before.
Okay. And this would be the second town. Trying to point to it.
The first settlement would be Elio Beach. It's got a bit of a small little settlement. It's not that big. Only has like around 100 people.
Okay. That's the first settlement. Okay. And
The
then
other, that is Gleocan Camp.
Falcon Camp.
Yeah, I'll come back to that. I don't
Hey.
know what's going on with this.
What's if you don't mind exactly with that? Gleocan?
Leokin.
I don't know what Gleocan is.
That's the camp.
You know, it'd be funny.
And there by the edge of the forest is, well, forgive the name, Forest Edge Keep.
Okay. Notice there's a castle there.
That's not a very big keep. That's just what they decided to put down.
All right. And what was this used for? Just general military affairs, or?
It's to keep a watch on the forest. Typically,
Oh.
lot of bad
Monsters.
stuff in there. Heard a Goma made its home there.
In the keep?
No, in the forest.
Oh, in the forest. Okay. Add that to my notes.
I actually didn't know that the middle mouse worked. I'll be honest.
I knew it worked previously. I just forget which one I'm supposed to. I forget it's. I know it's one of the mouse buttons. I know it's not left. I know it's not right. So it has to be middle. It's much more convenient than trying to scroll by tapping up.
Phew.
Uh,
It's-
God, how does the Wanderer feature actually work then? You have an excellent memory for maps and geography, and you always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around you. So I've got like a mental map of.
Effectively.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Also, guys, I can find food for myself and 5 other people. I thought that was going to be perfectly convenient, and then I realized that one of us doesn't eat.
It's still perfectly convenient.
Well, you'll find the food and I'll cook it.
Yeah, I'll have an extra day's worth of food to eat for myself.
Hey.
If
I
we're
was
out for a
supposed
week,
this area up here is the mountains and
Aye.
such.
The forest you can see takes up the majority of the island. On the left of the right of the island, you'll see there's a what they call the Lazal marsh. You can probably guess what's in there. Not very
Indeed.
clever with the
So
names.
we're at Conrad.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, I just look over at you when he says, "This is Lazal Marsh." I was like, "Indeed." Looks over at you.
What is this? I would make a guess. Fortress on the outsides of the forest.
I had mentioned
let's
that
clear
was
up and keep.
the forest edge keep.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. Okay.
And then apparently
Yeah.
Pat Saragoma's made homes somewhere in the forest.
Okay. Then I would. Then better question because I misheard that. Does the road stop at the keep, and does the river continue on till the mountain?
The Blind River, it comes down from the mountain, yes, but the road it stops at the forest at the keep. Nobody goes into the forest unless they really need to. I don't know much about it though.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
I hear that there was spottings of the Yiga clan somewhere on the island. Could only guess what they're looking for.
We'll raise an eyebrow at that one. That's interesting.
The Yiga are the worshippers of the calamity, right?
Yes, the rogue Sheikah that worship the calamity as opposed to the Sheikah that worship the goddess Hylia and help the royal family in those duties.
I see.
They're effectively traders.
So what I'm hearing is no one will bat an eye if we have to defend ourselves.
That's how you kill the bastards. But that's just me. If you're not
You
up to
killing
it, then well, just knock them out.
I
Killing
mean,
would be a pretty entertaining
killing,
idea.
I wasn't going for such a strong word, but yes, that's kind of what I was getting at.
Well, look at it this way: is they'll try to kill you if they see you there.
So shoot first, ask questions later.
It wouldn't be a bad idea.
Alrighty.
Real quick, I forgot the name, but what's the name of the innkeeper that's at the inn that we're supposed to be?
He did not mention.
Oh, I thought he mentioned.
He
Because I knew.
mentioned
he
what
just said
the
he knew her.
inn's name was.
Oh, okay. Do you know what the name of her, the innkeeper is then?
Ah, yes. It's Alma.
Okay. So I need to make sure to have that in my notes.
Yeah, Alma. It's the accent makes things harder to understand.
No worries.
That's the
It's
point.
a very enjoyable accent.
I do this on purpose.
Uh-huh. Is village or island? I forgot. Outset village?
Outside village, yes.
Okay. There we go.
Alright. Is there anything else you want to know?
I don't think I actually ever got a answer to the Glecken thing, which was, what was that about? I don't remember.
What
Oh,
the...
no, I don't think I
I
did.
never meant... yeah, okay.
The camp over.
The Gleocan camp, it's just a little bastion area between both the grass fields and Goldshire. It's the only human, I'll say, or mostly human. There's only a few other races there. Actual bastion between on the other side of the Blind River.
Okay.
The other side's a little more
information-
dangerous.
Were you going to say
Oh.
something?
Yeah, fucking third. What information on the mountain is known for us?
Well, what do you need to know? My information is limited. You're better off gathering information on the island. People that are residents.
I see there are beaches on the surrounding of the mountain. Do we know if there's any sea-facing caves or
Not that
anything
I'm
we could
aware
tell
of.
from? Okay.
From what I can tell, those are just simple beaches. Not even a way up there. It's just secluded.
I see. That is good to know.
I'd dock you there first if it weren't advised against doing that.
Yeah, there's an entire forest that people don't want to travel into unless needed. After
Correct.
all.
Are there any stories or what people would call wives' tales about creatures or spirits on this island?
Spirits, well, a lot of Stalfos tend to wander around if you wander off the road during the night. But hard to say. Some people think that that's the Baron of the Goldshire village or town or whatever it is haunts the mansion, but I doubt it. I know Poes exist, but spirits like that, no.
So mainly we'll be expecting on Astolfos as any form of undead.
Probably.
Alright, take care of that then.
Has the information on the undead overnight, the undead happening at night, been new?
Oh, not at all. The lands seem to be haunted of some kind or something. Hard to know. I'm not from the island. I've only been there a few times. I don't know so much.
Yeah, I feel like any other information we'll be getting will be on the island itself.
All right.
Well then, Captain. Hyle will turn to him. If there's any other matters that need to be addressed, I can't think of any. Otherwise, I assume that we'll be retiring for the night soon.
Well, it's
Alright, what time is it? Is it still 4?
something around going on 5, I think.
Going around 5?
Uh,
Okay.
If just hanging around. Dinner will be at around 6, I think. Watch out for Ranilla though. She's a bit of a, despite being just a Zora who you'd expect to be eating fish or something. I don't know. She's quite the glutton.
All right.
She's our navigator.
Ah, a good choice for a navigator. Hyle will get up then,
Oh.
or from the table that he was leaning against, look at the map.
Well, enjoy the rest of your trip, I suppose. He just sort of leans
Well-
back in his chair.
I will head out the room.
I'll step to the side because I know it takes me a little longer to get out of the room, but I don't want to be in the way.
All right. You all follow your way out of the room. What do you want to do until dinner?
Probably go read.
Okay.
Would most likely actually help the cook.
Go ahead. Yeah, so Eon goes off to do that. Does anybody else want to, like, wander around the ship or anything?
I'll sit on like one of the barrels or cargo and that's left out, any crates, and just like pull out a notebook, a little tiny notebook and pen.
Alright.
Mess with my instrument as I pull out a pan flute a little bit.
I'm fishing.
Of course you are. Apparently. I just want to bring
Listen,
Toby's probably just-
Roscoe knows what he's about.
How about Toby?
He's just gonna go back to the room he was sleeping in earlier and just, he hadn't prayed in like 3 seconds, so he's gonna go do that.
Dang.
All right, Conrad.
He's probably just gonna find somewhere to rest.
Alrighty. In that case, few hours go by. Supper comes along. It's everyone eats in there in the barracks pretty much. Not barracks, sleeping area, whatever it is.
Quarters.
Quarters. There you go. Not really much is had. There's just general joking among the crew, about 15, 16 in all. The only non inhuman seems to be this older Zora with blue skin and looks to be tattered fins. You gather her to be Ranilla.
Tattered like something injured
in-
her, or tattered like just wear?
Just very worn, like she hasn't been given, hasn't allowed time to heal, and the fins are just sort of left like that.
Okay, my brain thought shark bite, and I was like, oh.
Nah, it's more
I
like
think
she got
like
caught
that.
on a rock in a rough place or something.
Yeah, I was thinking like tattered clothes.
Yeah. And food is a mix of various seafood, and meats, vegetables. There's a hefty stew made by good old Ardio, who doesn't join the crew. He continues to cook food along with Eon.
At some point, I would go eat. I serve.
You notice who you guess to be the first mate and the one that helms the ship while Linebeck is away from the wheel. That red-headed woman. She seems to be sitting pretty close to Linebeck.
Didn't you say Linebeck had like a two-person bed?
I did.
Hmm. Do I want to use another spell to eat with
When-
everyone?
I mean, what else are you gonna use them for today, huh?
You guys are gonna be
Yeah.
resting, so.
Yeah, so he'll do it again.
No, you just have the
Sleep mask.
morning. No, the one that people wear for funerals. So it just vaguely makes it hard to see.
The funeral veils.
Yes, thank you. Couldn't think of the word veil.
Well, but he's shown up with like looking like a slightly tanned Arcadian
And the ears will
without the
poke
veil
out.
before.
Anyway. Unless there's something that wants to be said. Dinner goes by. Everything's cleaned up. Generally, the workers go back to their, or the crewmates go back to their posts. I will shift us over 3 hours.
Eon would constantly be asking someone, "Do you require help?" And if no, he would like read beside and then like an hour later go, "Do you require help?"
He like just keeps going between the two people on the deck.
Yeah.
Do you require help? No. Okay. Do you require help? No. Okay.
Okay. And then I would go sit by Lynn and be like, just the gears as my eyes just rotating as I'm reading over top his shoulder. Not super quickly, but
I pull another book that shouldn't be able to fit in my bag out of my bag.
Alright.
That is not Lizal for Dummies.
thank
Probably
you.
the book about. Oh no, for myself. I'll
Oh,
probably be reading something like how to probably sailing,
okay. That's what I did.
a book on sailing.
You yeah, time continues to pass. You all just sort of do your general rest.
A barbarian with a decent intelligence stat. It's basic.
Roscoe, are you just gone back to fishing?
Yeah.
All right. Roll me percentile.
Come on, Dragon Turtle.
At a certain point, I just get bored of what I'm doing and decide to like go over to not like right next to Roscoe, but
Wait.
just
Oh, I didn't.
a bit away
Wait.
and
What?
just watch him fish.
I thought I did /R.
You replied to me.
Oh my gosh, that's what /R does.
Slash
All right, let
die.
me right click the
And-
10.
Yeah.
There we go. /die. I don't want to use that command shade. I have a bad feeling about that command.
Would
But
slash
with that
D
command,
be
you
any
can
better?
at will change the color of your dice.
Add a
Yeah, you
That did her.
you can like do /die 1d or like 1g20, and that'll make roll a green d20, which I just rolled a nat 1 on.
There we go.
I would have probably given Heil Lizal for Dummies over dinner.
Okay. Thanks.
All right.
Mm.
Kind of- Like maybe 30 minutes and then give it back.
Oh, you're gonna need it for longer than that.
Oh, I'm bored though.
Then read it when you're not bored.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm giving it back to you.
So Shade 77.
Okay. You eventually do feel a bite.
Huh.
All right. I have proficiency with fishing equipment. What is the actual like roll that I made?
Just roll your
Dex.
the effect on your fishing rod. So your ranged attack with it.
Oh, okay.
And I will determine the.
Since I've been standing still this entire time, do I get steady aim?
Sure.
Awesome.
Does he get sneak attack on this because he has advantage?
Oh, okay, you caught the shit out of this fish. So, I don't have all the fish done up, but I have a catch DC randomly determined. This thing's catch DC was 10. Yeah. So, out of the water, you catch this it's a very small fish, very tiny. Looks to be this you gather it to be a trout of some kind. It's sort of blue, decently long. You guess to weigh about a pound, 2 pounds. Got these pink gills. You fished a lot. Roll me. What would be good to roll here? Survival.
Nature.
Or survival. I'll say yeah, nature. Yeah,
Okay. Either way, same bonus.
fair enough. Okay, sure. You identify this as a fin trout. It is generally used in recipes to provide a short resistance to hot weather.
I see. So cooking would probably ruin the effect. I bet that that machine guy would probably know better. I'm going to take this fish to the machine guy to see what he can do with it for me.
So, to note, on a cooking utensil, do specify I can cook most, like, when you're foraging or fishing, those things you want to find are the stuff easy to cook. It does mention that I can cook with more difficult ingredients. I'm just mentioning that.
It's a very
When I
common
track him down,
fish. It wouldn't be a difficult dish to prepare.
Okay. I was just like, can I get you to just kipper this fish for me? Or if you got a better idea on how to prepare it.
I could cook it that way. Would you like, or I could just cook it raw. Some people prefer fish that way.
Actually, I have an idea. I'd like to work with you to make something that I've heard of.
Go on.
All right, so this is mostly an out of character desire to make this and to do this. I want to make fermented brined fish.
Oh my god.
Just enough salt is used to prevent it from rotting while also allowing it to ferment.
You ferment fish?
The Swedish do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also, the funniest part about that dish is because it ferments and sealed tight, it actually blows up whenever you open them.
That's what happens with a lot of things you ferment.
Well, yes, but it's specifically because no one ever thinks about it. You'd mention it, and like if anyone knows before, you see he doesn't really like his eyebrows do raise, but what you notice is the gears in his eyes spin. Fermenting a fish wouldn't be useful since keeping it for later is not a priority.
It's a priority for me. My
But
fish.
if it is what the person that owned the fish desires, I shall help you do it.
I've got plenty of time to wait.
Ideally, I want something that I can, turn this into a food that I can consume later when I need heat resistance. Whatever amount of heat resistance this is worth. Oh,
I see. I will work to try to get this done.
Okay. Is that what you want to spend the rest of your time doing?
Yeah, sure. We would need to get a can, most likely, that we could seal, and then we'd cook it and seal it.
Okay.
Which, if we have to, I do have smith's tools, so if I just have to get a can and then kind of seal it, I can if I just get a little heat.
I'm really glad I'm just sort of coming up with this side of the mechanics off the top of my head. All right.
If you need help, Lynn would love to do some metalworking.
It
Well,
doesn't.
it's not really metal. It's like how you seal a barrel, but just specifically.
A
I do have
can.
smith tools. I do have
Yeah.
smith tools.
Let's see. I'll say, yeah, if you ask the cook for some sort of spare can, he'd be able to provide. Sealing it. Roll, I'll say, I'll just say strength.
Just base strength.
Space strength. With your proficiency.
So a save in my face. Well, I can just
Sure.
add the +2, but I'll just add the +2.
Oh,
Oh my.
should I use Lynn's help for that advantage?
Yeah. So you try to tink on the lid of the can, and try to beat around it to make sure that it's sealed. As you're like about halfway through, you accidentally ding and dent right into it, absolutely ruining the side of the can. The fish is fine.
Okay, I was going to say, does the nat one ruin the fish?
He didn't do it hard enough. He just ruined the integrity of the can. Would you like to try again with help?
This time you'll hold the can and ask someone else to.
Alright. Do I roll strength then? Can I roll dexterity instead?
Does he get the advantage because of help?
Now, because this is strength-based,
Okay.
you can activate your armor if you want.
But that doesn't raise my strength.
No, but I'll allow you to use your intelligence.
Oh, okay.
Okay, interesting.
So roll just an intelligence.
Roll an intelligence save just to apply the bonuses.
I can't wait for him to nat 1 too and his armor to do the same thing. Oh wow.
Okay, so with the assistance of Lynn and the holding of the can of Eon, these two of the tallest members of the party are just carefully.
You just see him Lynn, you see them. The math goes by his head, and he just goes tink 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 in 3 spots, and it's perfectly sealed.
This feels like one of those collectively shared one brain cell moment.
Yes.
Yeah. Jan would then. The can would probably be like the palm of his hand, but to someone else would be probably like a good hand. Hold this for a month.
Do that.
After you guys finish the can and just sort of do your little hooray kind of thing, you look up to see the cook. You guys are weird.
We get that.
It was the request of a companion, and then I would walk to Roscoe and go,
All right.
keep it like this for about a month. Shake it every so often. Then you'll be ready.
So, I don't have an item for this. However, because I don't think I could have expected this, but the Chillfin, whatever this thing is, will give you fire resistance for an hour.
Ooh.
No, the fish is technically not cooked correctly until about 30 days go by.
Yeah, so it's
Sir's roaming.
not as useful just yet.
Deep. For an hour.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things that'll pay off.
Yeah.
Pay off later.
We forget all about it, and he just throws it at the final boss. And he's like, "Rah!"
I have this tin can. It's pretty full.
Pretty
I don't
full.
have any other weapons left. This is a ranged attack, right?
Okay.
And then it explodes.
It's up in his face.
Does anybody else want to do anything before y'all want to go to sleep?
No.
That would have taken
Not
about an hour on its own.
Beautiful.
From cooking the fish to getting it into the can to messing up the can to getting it in the can again. It's about 8 o'clock.
Is that 2-3 pounds?
I would almost say
About
not like a
2.5
pound.
pounds.
Okay. I'd say a pound or two.
We'll say. Okay.
In a year, it will be a biological bomb.
You were going to say something, Silver?
I was just gonna say, what does it look like on the ocean right now?
Okay. The sun is beginning to go down over the horizon. Over I am dumb. I can't remember which way the sun rises and sets for some reason.
East and west.
East to west. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you know that's how it works in Hyrule, Zombie? It could be north and south.
Because I was asking a general question. Well, I was
Could be up and down.
Could be up and down. The sun could just go right through the earth.
I'm sorry,
That's right, guys.
It doesn't actually like the plant does not rotate. The sun literally just rises and lowers. There's another side of the planet, guys.
Okay.
Are you sure that it's a globe?
Yeah. So the sun lowers over the silhouette of Hyrule. A light mist sort of emanates over the water. Nothing to really be concerned about.
How far is the sun set right now?
It's
Because we're in the spring at this point, I believe.
it'll be like another hour or two before it's fully down.
Never had an opportunity to see this type of sight, so I'll go ahead and take out my painting supplies and set up easel, canvas,
But
Hyrule.
what color is the sunset?
orange, reds.
Okay, good. Then we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Lynn
The
will
blood
just
moon
be
rises once again.
The blood moon rises.
uh,
That's not
Lynn
for
will
some.
also be above deck for the sunset. At least wanting to see the stars before he sleeps.
The next blood moon is not for another few years.
Blood moon.
Also,
Can
you
he-
get the whole stereotypical sailor's delight and all that.
Can I make a star map?
Sure.
By the way, do you want me to? Because everyone else has rolled for their like tool stuff. Do you want me to roll for painting supplies
How long are you wanting to go at it?
until the sun sets?
Until
I
the
mean,
sun sets?
yeah. So like the 2 hours.
All he imagines you're like super into the painting, and then every so often, like either Roscoe or Eon walks by, and you're like, okay,
Not really.
that's just a joke.
I mean, like I can probably get the sun, and then generally I'm words
I'll say
rises.
dexterity and roll a dex check with it with proficiency.
I have the skill set up already
Okay,
with
go ahead.
dexterity. I can do a custom one.
Okay.
Not great. I passed over 19, I think.
You still get a pretty accurate portrait.
That's not bad.
It's an especially easier scene to capture versus something more detailed. The scenery is very much picturesque.
The ocean is the same as far as the eye can see.
Gotta get that Hyrule silhouette.
Of course. In the distance,
Oh.
you see the top of Death Mountain. The only glow you properly see is the lava slowly flowing from it.
Okay.
Even this far, it's very bright,
Very right.
as it's one of the tallest mountains / volcanoes, only volcano in Hyrule.
Okay. It's not
I'm
bad.
warning you, Kate, I'm about to whisper to you.
Okay, I'll wait for the notification.
What,
I really gotta turn that off.
Do I roll the same thing for the star map once the stars come out?
For star map, I'll consider that your cartographer's tools.
Okay.
So,
And this will probably be a work in progress. Like he updates this every night.
if you're going to do it like very slowly, then I won't require you to do a check.
Okay. Yeah. No. He just is in awe at the stars whenever they come out.
Okay.
And then he'll probably, if there's anyone on board, like nearby, he'll ask them if they have any. He'll show them what he's worked on and say, "Hey, are there any constellations that you know of?"
You're just asking that generally
Roscoe. Yeah, to everyone. Roscoe speaks up and says, "The demonic judge of fire."
Hmm.
I think Zombie was away for that, wasn't he?
No, I'm here. I was just writing a
Okay.
very long message.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Snatch, the sun has already gone down.
All right. And then he'll just, if someone points out a constellation he doesn't have, he'll like put a little note for it. Start putting it in.
Just gonna turn off Ring on Whisper because that's
Annoying.
getting a bit bothersome on my end.
I apologize deeply.
I just turn off the ping sound.
I wanted to keep this a secret from the party until the morning.
Understood. All right. So is everyone good to get their rest?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I stay on deck until 11, and then I'll
What
go.
are the what's the not barracks sleeping quarters like? Is it a bed? Is it hammocks? Is it
Hammocks and futons, effectively.
Actually, go until 10, and then I'll go to bed.
yeah. Jan would not sleep in a hammock or bed. I don't think a hammock would hold him. He'd just sit down on the ground towards like the backish area so he could stare at the door.
Let's look at the door.
Okay.
Alright. I shall long rest the party.
Oh,
Yeah, we should have gotten that bar fight.
Ah, what a shame. Let me...
alright. I'm going to prepare my spells slightly differently.
Sure.
I mean, until I switch out one.
Okay. Nice. Let me just...
I'm switching Tasha's Caustic Brew for Identify.
So
Because we're
we
going to be
are.
on the island.
We're all kind of sharing a room, aren't we?
Are we?
Or I thought
That's
most
what
of
I
the hammocks
took it
were the same.
as.
I'll just shift us forward.
I was just
You don't know how he slept well, but Lynn has slept in his helmet the entire night.
Okay.
For the sake of going over these mechanics, I'm going to award everyone, and for the whole RP stuff, a single Triforce point,
Okay.
which I will explain in a moment. Basically, it's a
That's under-
one of the mechanics that we're going to be using throughout this campaign. They earn these things called Triforce points that allow them to gain certain bonuses based on a selected aspect of the Triforce that that they decided to have their character go for. It has general things it can use, especially during combat and in general play. And it's well, they basically have to gain points throughout the... It's entirely a meta thing. They have to gain points throughout a rest for them to be able to use it.
Now the question, where do we put it? Do we put it in?
It's
Is current and earned?
Put it in your current. As you gain points over a day, you put it in your earns because you cannot use those ones just yet. You gain usage
And then
of
you
them.
put them in.
It's basically like kind of like experience points in Final Fantasy 15. You don't gain them until the end of a rest.
I was just making sure.
Totally wasn't the intention of the mechanics, but that's what we got.
Maybe it works.
Alrighty. So, morning breaks. Everyone gradually gets up. Lynn, you didn't have the most comfortable night in your helmet. But it was fine. You've probably had to do it throughout the entire journey to Port Farron. What's another night?
Resto's sneaking off for a moment.
Okay.
And then,
because of how I slept, I can get up at 4. I choose not to. I get up at 6.
Okay.
Right.
You get it before everyone else?
What are you doing, Bobby?
That's a very good question. I can probably guess what you're doing.
3 or more days, Shade.
Upon my like if, as soon as like almost like a countdown, as soon as the 6 hours I would have to be in rest mode would be up, Jan would take a second.
Rostro goes back to bed for an extra hour after getting up for a moment and sneaking off. He's gonna take a short rest.
Where did you sneak off through the front door?
Oh no, I'm just trying to find an area that's not very occupied for a moment. Like
Okay,
I just need a moment of time where nobody else is around me.
Okay, because if you like left through the door, Jan would have saw it.
Oh yeah, like he's not trying to hide that he ran off. He just is just
like,
he's just like looking around to see if anybody's around when he gets into the hallway or something, and then he does something and he goes back to bed.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, as soon as my clock would finish, I start up, or stand up, and I would proceed to go to the kitchen.
Okay. Just gonna prepare everyone.
Okay.
What up?
Why can't I trance?
Because you're not actually an elf.
Fine.
Okay.
Also, from what I know, you still have to be out of armor to trance well.
Walt's just gonna take a short rest.
Alrighty. Okay.
Do you want to count the +1 from him eventually gonna eat my food?
No, that comes after I wake back up again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And when I say wake up, he doesn't go to sleep. He just hangs out for an hour, resting and recovering from whatever he was doing recently. And then he immediately goes to find Eon to see if Eon has more food.
Is actively cooking. Do you want me to make a roll for that?
Nah, you're good.
Okay. It's not the fanciest.
You do distinctly remember though that yesterday this guy was given 2 rations, like 2 days worth of food and a pineapple.
Correct.
Just noting that for you.
Yes. Eon also carries like 8 rations on him, but not for himself. It's for if he sees someone that's hungry.
Okay, dope. So, everyone eventually, Heil early, eventually makes their way up. I gather everyone would just have breakfast. There's already people up. They've been up since around the time that Heil's been up.
Lynn would actually have stayed in the room and just snacked on her ration.
Heil, you would note that you are remarkably close to the island.
That's what I was hoping for. I was literally going to ask if I see it.
You're passing by the mountain and the forest. An hour goes by, and you're to the general fields of Hateno Island. You guys ever taken another hour or so for you to get to the port? Enough time for y'all to have breakfast.
Dang, didn't have enough time for another painting of Hateno Island.
I say breakfast, and 2 Xanarcan just comes up.
This is when the giant Octorok pops out of the water.
I was about to make that joke too. Eon would make sure that even the Eon, God, I would make sure that even the crew working out on the ship, say setting the sails, or as Lynn was not there, make sure they at least got something too.
Okie doke.
Big old robot.
See,
Would you like some bacon? Ham. Okay. Walk.
Lineback is behind the steering, or behind the. It's the steering wheel. Screw it.
Oh.
What did we lose?
My sound keeps cutting out.
Okay. I don't hear these sounds, so.
Hmm.
Yeah. Alrighty.
That's
Yeah.
just pocketing some of the breakfast.
Okay.
I mean, even if I see it, I wouldn't stop him.
I'll say you add about a ration to your inventory.
Excellent.
Okay. So you just wait out the arrival?
Mm-hmm.
Helping the shipmate. Same answer as always. It'd be helping the shipmates, even though I don't exactly know what I'm doing here.
Understood.
Just orders.
Quick sketch of the anything interesting. I was hoping to get the island if we were still a decent bit away from it, or pretty close. Like
Yeah.
maybe the fort if it's invisible view or something.
Not. It'd be like a vague silhouette in the distance.
Yeah, and then not really that worth it.
All right. So, the ship arrives at this elongated dock. It looks like it can only fit one large ship and maybe a small ship at best, like a schooner or something. At the end of the dock, close to the land, this beach area is sort of not fully sandy. It's like this sort of rocky terrain. I just used whatever best tile I could.
It looks nice.
There are a few people working here. It's definitely not as crowded as the last cove-ish area that you've been to.
Is there fishing? Like a fishing boat or area with these fresh fish or anything like that?
You see near the dock is sort of this little shack that has a tall drying rack that seems to have fish upon it.
Okay.
Past it, you see this small residential area that has up to 15 houses, and further up, you see this road that leads off. In relation to the map, north. In relation to actually in Hyrule, it's more like northeast. But for the sake of this map and me not wanting to, oh, sweet,
Baby Jesus.
Yeah.
someone just gifted subs. Okay, I'm just gonna get a bunch of that, huh?
Oh.
Wow. Okay. I really.
Oh.
There's nothing to stop that, is there? We're just gonna have a lot of one-wing danger right now. It's just gonna keep going.
Damn it, zombie.
I don't know how to stop.
Well,
And yours.
I have been gifted a tier
It
1
would
subscription to
seem.
Shade.
Christ. Okay.
Zombie, was this you?
Well, thank you. Wow. That's new. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, there's a road that leads northeast, with what looks to be a cart that's waiting for you. The ship docks. It takes its time to dock. It takes about 15 minutes to set itself up for people to leave. No one particularly seems to be waiting for you, but Linebeck gets down from the wheel and goes to the plank down. Well, if everyone's on the deck by this point, what'd you say? Well, for whoever's here, welcome to Ateno Island. Take your time to get off. The cart's waiting for you. It'll bring you right to outside village.
I'll go ahead and step off immediately.
Alright.
Right into the water.
Splash.
Splash.
How many hours of fishing did I have time to get in?
Quite a few. Okay. Just to humor you, roll another percentile. We're only doing one.
Splash. Die.
Gotcha.
Oh, this is either good or bad.
No bites.
Okay.
You said no rush.
Okay.
Stay at least 15 minutes.
But, as you all either prepare yourself, I get the ominous additional one-winged angel. I'll look into that. That's not supposed to be appearing. I don't have the alert box there. I think that's where we're gonna end.
See, Reaper doesn't have the audio on, so he thinks you shut off the notification and didn't get the one-winged angel.
Indeed. So yeah.
I will say it was very funny where you're like, you all should talk. You all should talk. You all should really talk to each other.
Y'all better talk. All right.
Y'all better talk, Drake.
Yeah. We're hoping to have this this campaign be pretty persistent. I wanted to have the persistent campaign tag on the Twitch stream, but tags seem to have always been broken for me. It's great. Anyway, until next time. Don't you dare, Reaper. We'll see you again.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.